Welcome everybody to the Wingman America's Finals. My name is Cantor Won't, aka Trey, and I'm joined here today by my man, Little Fuzzy Seal. Man, how are you doing today?
Doing great. How about you?
Oh man, I am doing fantastic after we cast the Wingman games earlier, so I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm
Got
sure
everything ironed out. I'm throwing my mic away after this event, but otherwise, yeah, gonna be doing great. God, I've had so much trouble with my mic in the past like hour. There's nothing worse than having a cast and then waking up and like you're just turning on OBS and your input is just it's just going insane. It was horrible. It was awful.
Yeah.
But we're here now. I think I tinkered settings enough so that it'll on its last couple of legs get one last cast out before it goes in the bin.
Yeah. And you know we both have had the issues today. Casting at the last minute is never a fun thing.
It's been fun.
But we're not doing Americas after we do. Hopefully, we should be able to pronounce some of the names a little bit better than we did earlier today.
Yeah, it always feels a little bad because like you don't want to be the guy that like says someone's name wrong, like intentionally or
the
otherwise.
Worst. It is
Luckily,
the
people that I have to work with here is like Dark Dream. Although he's also Polish as well, so it's like that's just lucky, I guess. Like Landoon, like that kind of thing. It's all fine.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got a plane path here that's going north to southwest to west. I mean northeast to west.
You okay there, Boy Scout?
Yeah.
You okay? That sounded like it was a lot of trouble right there.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to look at something and continue that sentence. You know, observing and casting at the same time is
northeast to southwest. Time. Yeah, I'm over here just like I'm just chilling, man. Don't worry about me. Yeah, northeast to like west southwest. We're looking pretty good here though. Now we're on Sandhawk, and Sandhawk is already one of those just horrible, chaotic, just battlefields to begin with. This is a relatively difficult flight plan, which is going to be compounded by the fact that this is a duos game. It's already chaotic and accidentally hot droppy in squad games. So going into a duo game where nowhere is safe for real this time, and you have no idea what the meta is going to be, we're going to having a lot of early fights, and it looks like already having a couple of early hot drops in Hatin, and a couple of the Camp Alpha outskirts, and a couple of them, as you see in the kill feed, in the outskirts of Bonn.
Yeah, so we already have here, was it Shimboy and Snakers kind of dropping by Alex Penn's Twitter feed with Roth, PUBG, and with PAX. So we already got people close there. Let's see what else on the... wow, look at that circle.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is going to be incredible. So whenever we get a northwest circle, it's gonna end like on the center of the island almost every time.
And we see there Mardones and from Gin and Tonic, and same thing. They completely wiped SLM. That is one team down.
More scattered fights happening, and off just north of this as well, another solo pushing LND FPS and Zorro Dog. He already lost his teammate on the drop, and now he's trying to see if he can finish the job. There is Tetra coming in from the back. Oh, but before that happens, Zorro getting the nice shots. Tetra might be able to get some shots.
But as we see that...
That's why we heal before you loot every single time. Do not loot before you heal, especially on this map.
Yeah, as we see that, we have the bomb squad coming in. And Dom LaBomb Live is looking to flank.
Ooh, I think that he has an angle here.
Yeah,
he does! One tap! That little red hat that he's wearing is not going to protect him from bullets, sadly.
Absolutely, and as we have another team just south of them with VHZ Lovers as they are taking on Tumas and Oldless.
Yeah, they get the opening knock onto Guizera. Robin God is still inside of Corey using the low ground. Yeah, he knows his teammates getting flushed. He's not anywhere nearby, and he knows his teammate had no value from that fight. So that'll be a straight up 1v2 with the pressure of his down teammate. So writing him off as dead, continuing to retreat north. And this makes a lot of sense. If you're a duo that is far away from this current zone, you are getting out of dodge as fast as humanly possible because you need to get to this island. There's barely anything on the mainland that you can run through. There's only one real way to like on the southwest side to get to the northwestern island. Like there's so many things that are going against you. And to top it all off, you got a lot of other people that drop near you that are playing the exact same way. Not a fun time if you're away from the zone.
By the way, if you're looking just southeast of boot camp, we have two teams that are coming up on each other. Jujunya is, it's spotted by Obella and Astronauta, and it looks like they're in a lot of trouble.
Ooh. Nada really had to hit some of those shots and finds a little bit of value. His teammate's going to get flushed as a result and does not even spot Mongrout go a little bit wider left. If they're trying to go for a push, then wrapping around left is exactly what they want to do. These sight lines, very, very hard to work with. But KBU finally loaded, finally taking some shots in those windows. Nada hitting a couple of naughty rounds and even repositioning around for their cheeky angle. Will they see this coming? Oh, he's just out, dude. He's just out.
Yeah, he is doing the thing that everyone does in this situation in duos is that you cannot start a game like this. You don't want to start a game like this, so you just try to salvage whatever you can. And we saw by the EA and CIS Wingman earlier today is that just because this happens does not mean that you can't come away with a win and 7 kills. You know,
talking about the drop inside of Hatin, those teams both disengaged from that city. Not a shot fired between them, I don't think so. One of them, Shinboy and Snaker, is still inside of Hatin, while the other two, Pax and Co., making their way up the mountain to get to what they hope to be the end game center zone. So those two teams still in good spots, and then another one still able to cross the bridge. It looks like couple of players trying to go for some soft bridge camps on the 2 entry points into the island, but nothing too insane right now.
It appears that way. That is definitely true. Now we have it in the northwestern part of the island. You saw where the Thug and his teammate Teplintz came in. You have Darth and another team just south of them, and
mixed
we'll
results.
see if they get eked. And also at the top, you have Pax. I mean, you got Pax here, and and you got PUBG moving up.
So if you're up here up top like this, you're oftentimes not looking to share this ground. You want to be able to move around properly. I'm wondering if and when they'll get spotted by Martin, FPS, and Emmy, or if they're able to sneak all the way up. I doubt that Roth and Pax are the kind of players that will be willing to share this. So definitely some NPL veterans that we're looking at here. Very confident in their shooting ability. Wouldn't be surprised to be seeing them take an aggressive stance here. Although hearing shots off of the south, that might grab both teams' attention and make a potential ambush. Just wait, is that someone on my hill? Just like an awkward occurrence over here.
Yeah, and that's Dark Dreams and Tazinator there.
Nice fight from them.
Coming out with it. Yeah, absolutely. To get on the board early.
And this is another great spot for them to hold. You know, they're playing defense. That's always going to give them a better spot. But going back up north, Emmy and Martin did decide to go with that third party, while Pax and Roth decided to chill out. So unsure how this is actually going to result. Looks like Pax might even be able to spot these guys.
He's spotting them, yeah. And here's the thing. As we know, sharing is not caring in PUBG. It may be in elsewhere in the world, but you don't want to share a spot.
I love the way that, oh my god, did you see how Roth and Pax just waited for the team shot before they fired? That was so smart of them. They might even be able to get the bleed out. Emmy, he's not going to be able to get that one. He's even smoking a little bit late. That was just a little bit too slow from Emmy on the reaction there. That's one free kill for Roth and Pax. And if I'm Emmy, I'm probably sitting there for the rest of the game. Moving out anywhere else is going to be too hard and too dangerous. I don't want to get center zone and then go out in 25th.
Yeah, and I wonder if Dark Dreams and Tazinator heard that being slightly below them, you know?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they definitely heard that.
And if they're going to look to move up or what's happening, because they also have another team. They got Lush, and Hayda is moving in, and I wonder if they're peeking, they're able to see that.
It depends, because the avenue of approach that Hades and Lush are using here, look, they're going under the hill. They have to wrap all the way back around to get back up there. They've probably just made their bed. They said, we're going low ground, we're wrapping around the hill. That means that they're probably not going to be Taz or Dark Dreams' problem. They're probably just going to continue onward. This zone, though, that we're seeing right here, this does sort of indicate that we're going to be going a little bit away from the high ground that we saw Pax and Roth fighting over. And then we're probably going to be heading up a little bit further east, so giving more time for players in the mainland, but less time on players on the west side of this island who are actually starting to get some scuffles here.
Yeah, you see Patron and Glory Jean, right? The three teams that we talked about before are kind of running into each other now. It is looking like that it's going to lead to some deaths. All three teams there, you have them on the side.
Ooh, third party. And a fourth party as well, actually, from Taz and Dark Dreams trying to steal a kill onto Glory Jean TV. His teammate Patron TV already going to be backing off over to the compound. Might be able to save Glory Jean, you know, because... No, he's actually super
Oh,
dead.
and D-Rich from 303 Esports then steals the kill on Glory Jean.
Nice, that was one,
party.
2, 3. Yeah, that's 5 different teams in this one fight. Definitely not the police you want to be. And it's why these compounds are so strong. If the sight lines are good, then hey, why would you leave?
Exactly. Just to go see. Oh, and that happens. Oh, it looks like Emmy has decided to get up and you know, dish out some payment of his own.
Okay, well, one amazing frag will take Taz out of this game, but I think that Emmy's frag grenades are a little bit too rare, a little bit undercooked there. Going to be going up a little bit too far. Now, Lush and Co., everyone nearby are going to hear these frags go up, realize there's something going up here. Someone is above them. They can do with that information what they will, but in the meantime, Taz, with an effective smoke, will be able to get the res onto Dark Dreams. And Emmy, I believe, yeah, he is out of frags and Molotovs, so anything else he wants to get done this game, he's going to do with his own 2 hands, shooting him down.
And now if you look at boot camp, we have Mardones and Gin and Tonic with Jijuna. And we'll see.
Oh, see ya! Whoa! Innate actually flipping that spray when Mongo went out the window here. Explode trying to help him out a little bit, but Innate, he's getting real aggressive. He's going to need some help soon.
Absolutely. Oh, and he gets the help just enough.
Oh, there goes Innate.
Mongo
and Explode. Yeah, definitely a much faster response from Explode than from Mardones, but also Innate running YOLO Dolo into a building. Maybe not the best way to stay alive, but hey, on Senhawk, just do as the Romans do. Just rush bootcamp, the Switchers do with the frag, getting armed. It might get some damage done, but I think they heard the pin, or at the very least, Mongrow got out of the building. Maybe he should have told his teammate that. Explode, well, doing what his name would suggest as more frags come on in. It actually won't be too effective because Explode, look, he was actually able to crawl all the way outside the building, which means that Mardones will not be able to flush him with another frag.
Yeah, and it looks like, oh, and he's gonna push.
No.
He's gonna push.
Last frag, but the door's closed, and you can't see the door's closed because of the smoke. Very, very nice smoke there, and now they're completely safe, able to get an easy first aid kit off. Mardones is now kind of panicking. He wants to get the push before they get the heal off, but now the first aid kit is off. He has to take a 2v1 straight up here. Gets one knock, no damage. Second repeat coming out soon. Explode trying to avenge his team. Mardones still sticking strong here. Health advantage for Mardones.
Going to reposition himself. I like this idea. Repositioning, completely take away what your opponent thinks they know about the situation already.
Definitely can hear him, but it's hard to tell, especially when he goes to the second floor and now the third floor, all the way up top. Mardones trying to get some information, might be able to squeeze a little angle out there. He could also just jump for the building, but not spotting him out. Very nice positioning from Mardones, taking him down in a 1v2.
That's well played.
Absolutely. However, this might be a bit of a Pyrrhic victory for them. We're hearing more shots ring out. These guys are trying to get into the next zone, which Mardones is about as far away from you can get while still being in play. Not the place we're going to be. One run ahead of him.
It looks like Tetra has been taken out. The bomb squad down to just Dom LeBomb.
The bomb himself.
the bomb himself, exactly.
Zone's pushing him in. Has to go up north, but I'm looking at the area north of Don LeBomb. I don't know if anyone wants to be there. There's a lot of solos with a lot to lose if they get found. They're gonna be playing real sneaky. If he walks in the wrong spot, if he sniffs his nose in the wrong set of rocks, then he's gonna be going out here early in 21st, I think.
Oh, and it's trying to cut over to Patron just as he gets sent back to the lobby. But he took one with him, so it is now. The Thug, winner, fish dinner, all by himself to try to salvage the situation.
On some kind of diet, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get that
Although,
fish.
why would you ever go away from chicken if you're on a diet, though?
I mean, fish oil for the heart.
Yeah.
Could be.
I don't know much about nutrition.
Fish oil pills are good for the heart, that's for sure. And I guess if you play PUBG, you know, you might have a few heart problems from time to time.
What about chicken oil?
I don't think that's a. They don't make chicken oil pills. I don't think.
Huh.
I know they make fish oil pills.
Get on it, player unknown. Get on it. All right, well, phase 3 is about to shrink up. The south side is... Oh, actually, Odalus and Tuomas, as well as Bomb, all went over there, like I was kind of alluding to before, that he did accidentally step on a little bit of a snake-esque landmine. I think that was Burke that was able to take him down there. And Odalus and Tuomas, they first got shot from the north, and then they heard the snake taking another player down. They're going to be being very cautious as they walk in here on the west side, if they still even want to commit to this. I don't know if they do.
Yeah, Dark Dreams need to be careful because... It's still up top there. That's where he got knocked before.
Okay, this is actually a really weird shrink from phase 4. Usually it just centralizes from phase 3, but shrinking all the way up here, this is unexpected for everyone involved. Everyone here on the south side was expecting just a slow move in, but now this is going to be more like a frantic rush as they have to go all the way to the north through one of those populated areas of the zone with very awkward cover to work with.
As we see that we have Snakers and Shinboy, who are taking shots at, is that Landoon? Yeah, Landoon and Karmsey.
Yeah, Landoon and Karmsey from across the road. These guys are going to be chilling for quite a while. And oftentimes, the story for Sandhawk is that if your compound's in, you set your butt down. There's not much reason to move, which is much less proactive than some of the other larger maps. Some teams will be proactive, specifically those that are on the south side, but Roth and Pax also a couple of the team players on that list.
I was going to say, speak about proactive. Look at these guys booking it down, trying to get down from that high ground early, because as we talked about before, EMEA finals is that if you're left on the high ground, you're exposed as you try to come down from it.
Yep, good play from them to get out of there early. We'll see if they actually are rewarded for it later, as it's, you know, they're in center zone, but a shed's a shed. That's not optimal at all.
Yeah. Oh, so if you look at the northwestern part, we have Luthug player who's just outside the ring near Darth and Styles. I wonder.
So this is mixed results we're seeing right now. They're usually very good controlling space. It looks like Darth actually heard the Thug coming in. Great audio right there from Darth, taking him down. Once again, being very good at controlling space here.
Oh, we have Tumas and Owen Bear.
Oh, on the south
Facing
side.
Off. Yeah,
that frag.
Oh,
how did that not kill him? Oh, well, the zone's going to take him out,
the
though.
Zone is going, yeah. The zone will do the
Oh,
rest.
wow.
So really, the frag did kill him, right? The frag did kill him.
Yeah, but, well, Ober didn't get the points for it. He sees the body. He's like, he saw that name strip at the kill feed. He's like, no. And then he goes to the body. He realizes what horrible fate has befallen him. No kill points for him.
Hazinator has seemed to have lost Dark Dreams, and he's just running with.
Oh, he actually has to jump down a mountain here.
Yeah, and he has right behind him is Owen Bear, so he needs to be.
He's just gonna well, he's just gonna die here. I think he might try and get a kill on. Oh my god, he's gonna take Owen Bear down. That's gonna be the last thing he does. I don't think he can survive this drop. But also Owen Bear, for him, there's no reason for Taz to be here. Yeah. He can't survive this. Oh my! If I'm Owen Bear, I'm so mad.
I'm so upset. Why?
Oh man, that is just not fair. There's still a lot of teams here on the south side, though. There's still a couple of duos here, but also a couple of solos here up on the tip-top rocks.
I can't believe he made it in after everything like that. Once again, it goes to show you that just because you're a solo player doesn't mean that you're gonna.
Whoa! Well, do you see this crash? Do you see this crash in center zone right now? Oh!
What is happening?
I think that Roth and Pax will very much appreciate the extra bit of cover they've just been given. The only problem that would happen is if someone came in from their north and shot at them from the low ground rocks, and now they have an off-road to help cover them. This show just got a lot stronger.
And as I cut to the southwestern part of the circle, you see Batty and D-Rich there, which they need to be careful as they have Wikers and Bikers. I'm not sure, but just W team right below them, and they're fully aware of them as they heard the shots that Batty and D-Rich took.
And that spot that D-Rich and Batty Low are holding is pretty appealing. Back to a wall. You're not going to get flanked too much, but coming in from the low ground could be nice. Shots being sent toward D-Rich. Eventually lands a couple of those shots. Batty Low going to have to buy some time.
Is he gonna be able to get it off? Oh, and
wow.
he knocks D-Rich from the other side of the truck with that.
All right, well, Badilo's got to do more than buy time. He has to just win this fight for his team at this point. Frag's not high enough to get hit in the tower. And, oh, look at this angle from Badilo. Crouched on the side, but no, he flubbed up the re-peek. Nice stuff there, at least. Cheeky angle,
Good
but
play.
better.
Uh-oh.
All right, well. Oh, so, do you see Hatin right now?
Yeah. So looking at the overhead view, we got quite a crowded area right here.
All right, well, I have to put the advantage for T-Sock and Shekshooter here. Like, they have to move the least theoretically, but I feel like these guys are all just varying levels of screwed right now with just for the majority of the server in a couple of buildings here. The next phase is going to heavily benefit Darth and Styles from mixed results, and then Pax and Roth from the meme team.
So we see Chubba Wubba and Lobes rotating in. This will be interesting to see what happens here.
Oh, I don't know if you guys want to come in here. This is not the place you want to be. Showing up in the outskirts, shots ringing by. One team shoots them. They're running up into a second building. And oh, but Lobes is the peak, able to take one down. The trade coming out here in favor, though, of Natalia. Will they be able to take Lobes down? Natalia already at low HP. Lobes fragging the building. He will not be able to get out in time. Chubba with a body block.
Wow. I can't believe that Lobes pulled that off. Lobes now with 4 kills this game.
Yeah, and his teammate, Chubba Bubba, he actually body blocked, well, see ya, dude. But he actually body blocked his opponent so he couldn't leave the room. So nice team play, nice sacrificial team play right there. But once again, you know, showing up in Hatin, they definitely were not reading the situation. It was kind of like a YOLO crash.
Speaking of 4 kills, we got Roth PUBG, who then just ended 2 teams. It was Just W.
Oh, they actually took down mixed results.
Yeah, as well.
That's crazy. They just got good control.
Yeah, and then on the backside we have the solo. Thought we were skydiving. Streamer hates.
Well, right now there's no windows on the shed that point toward Hades, and I don't think that anyone's looking towards him from Hatin either. They're too focused on each other, so he doesn't realize this. You know, if he feels like he gets caught, he gets dead, which is reasonable for sure. But if he actually moves right now, he can get quite far. But I think he's popping a smoke grenade right now, and a little bit late too. A smoke grenade when you're already in the blue is a smoke grenade too late.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's a good way to say it, especially since it's been caught by Alex Penn's Twitter feed.
Yeah,
and he's not gonna be able to make it in.
Bit of a unoptimal play there, but hey, top 5 is top 5. And I'm saying Aki takes points.
The next circle. Oh wow, look at this. So
it's still in play. The building's still in play.
Now Shimboy's gonna have to move up. We're gonna see what he's able to spot and get a knock here. Oh,
nice.
Relance
nice
finishes
stuff.
him
Good
off.
Team play. You gotta take that push, especially when they're already low HP. Relance leaving his teammate. T-Sock on the right, Shaq on the left. This is not a fight that he wants to win, but oh wow! Wait, did he get hit in the back, or was that just Relance?
That was just Relance.
Oh my goodness, such insane shooting, and gets another one! Those are 2 really good players that Relance just 1v2'd. Amazing play as he takes control of Hatin in a 1v2. Pax now going to be closing the gap, though. It is obvious who is in control of this zone, who is in control of the game. Pax and Roth spreading out to the only cover left in the zone. If Relance has to find another knock right now, he's going to have a lot of trouble going even further into this game.
Yeah, this is, I mean, the fact that he's still alive here right now is just amazing. Although he doesn't have any stints left, it looked like.
He doesn't have, like, anything left. I think it's a level 1 helmet. He's got level 1 vest. Like, there's almost nothing that he is working with besides himself. That one smoke he just chucked in a bolt action on his back. Trying to just picking up stun grenades and smoke grenades. Whatever he can find to help him out. Roth now just spraying wildly, but Pax ready for the ambush. I think regardless of what Relance does, they've got him checkmated here. Yeah,
it doesn't have a lot of room to work with, and it's in a bad way. Even though, how can you say that after he came out of, you know, the situation he came out of? But
3 kills to his name.
3 kills to his name, which is more than most men can say in their life.
Oh, and there it goes. Pax getting the 6th kill to his team's name. What a marvelous play to walk down from that hill, because honestly, I put them as the obvious winners in like phase 2 based on their position, because I was like, oh, the zone always ends where they're at now, so they will probably win the video game. But then it went in a hard shift off to the north, and they still had a great and honestly a ballsy reaction to just walk to a shed in the middle of the zone down one of the biggest hills in PUBG.
Yeah, that was I mean, it was a great call that paid off.
Yes, absolutely.
You can't say enough about it. That it is those calls, the rotation, the things that make or break a game, right, for a team, and a lot of times tournaments or phases, right.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say enough about those kind of calls, and it paid off, and you get that win.
Get that win indeed. I think that was it from game 1. That's our only Sandhawk game of the day, correct?
I believe so. I believe so. And on that note, we will take a short break, and then we will be back for the next game. All right, we are back for the second game of these Wingman America's Finals.
Yeah.
And we are, if we take a look at the scoreboard, leaderboard, I should say. Obviously, Alex Penn's Twitter feed is going to be first. They have 16 points. Then,
such a name.
Yeah, Roland's his team pulling up with 9. With Pro Ride Ruim, R-U-I-M.
Ruin?
I should have asked Toby One, our Latam community manager, to help me with these names beforehand. Then we have mixed results at number 3. Check and Sock at number 4. Sia and March at number 5, and number 6 Cadets to fill out the top 6. Now looking at the playing path, what are you thinking here, Ben?
It's gonna be a relatively simple game. A lot of the high value spots are already on the flight plan. Like a lot of the times you'll see places like Cruz, Torre, Sierra, Campo, all those spots in the northeastern edge of the map usually empty, even if they are on the flight plan. So those spots being off, I don't think that anyone's mourning too hard here today. As long as people just have good reactions when they see that the spot they're going to might end up being hot, probably going to be seeing a relatively chill phase 1, which I think that is pretty much all that most of these players can hope for. Although, as I say that, already seeing a couple of people dropping together inside of Power Grid.
So also, I started out on Roth, PUBG, and PAX here, since they are winners, and they look to be going to Monte Nuevo. I'm not sure if Uziera and Robinho God are going to then try to steer away from that, as well as you have Nathalia and Nicazera as well near them. But
yeah, Gizera is definitely going to be grabbing a car and then bouncing. He does not want to take this fight.
Yeah. But as you said, like around San Martin, look at how many different teams there are there. Goodness.
Yeah, a lot of them in the outskirts, but this is all considered. This is a pretty reasonable split from all these teams. One team in San Martin. Surprised to not see 2. We only have a couple in Hacienda. First blood is actually going to happen off to the north of Hacienda. There's some players that are trying to find a vehicle after they lost their compound drops. That would be Youngkosh going down early, and Relance, the second place hero from game 1, trying to get away after losing his teammate.
Yeah, so is Toxic Garbage going to be able to come away with that kill? It doesn't seem like anyone else is going to be around him, so they can take their time and loot up. But he might just bleed out.
Yeah, he's donezo's. Yeah, he's definitely going to be whoever got that down. I don't remember who it was. There's someone from Toxic Garbage. Whoever got that kill or down is going to be getting that kill. The real story here is the new zone, which is favoring the east side, which it's a little bit close. To some of the teams that drop you. Obviously, the west side is very occupied. But all these guys that kind of drop on the southern outskirts will have a very, very simple rotate in as long as they wrap east.
So now, if we look
already in it, a little awkward.
At Hacienda, Del Patron, we look at Jensen and Freud team with Tomas is approaching up on where Landun is.
Wondering what his reaction is going to be. I'm surprised he hasn't left this compound already. We're like 3 minutes into this game. A player like him could definitely have looted this in 3 minutes, I feel. Although I think he's going to be leaving, whether this is intentional or not, just under the noses of Oldless and Tuomas. And they're going to be, they see these open doors, probably, I would imagine. And they're looking all eyes at the compound. Although if Oldest spots out Landoon, oh, he is gonna spot Landoon out in the open. Oh, Landoon's in so much trouble.
Yeah, Landoon, the things did not look good for him as he tries to smoke out and get
Okay, he
around
should
the
be dead.
edge.
He should be dead. You can't miss those Oldest. Oh no.
Yeah, that miss might come back to hurt you. Let's see. No, he's just too far. He's not going to be able to
He's
get
way
that
too
nade.
far. He's got death delay on that side of the road. He is not going to get spot out, and Carmsy is helping suppress as well. There is, in 9 worlds out of 10, Landoon walks away from this unless he does something dumb.
Yeah. Exactly. Unless he does something dumb, he's pretty much safe for now. Although we're going to see a bunch of teams having to rotate in, and we might end up seeing some confrontations here. If you look at... Oh.
Yeah,
But Gin and Tonic, he is just trying to get some shots. Oh, he does on Coda.
Ooh. Nice shots there from Innate. Very, very strong mechanical player right there. And Coda's teammate, MFDX, is not going to be coming back to help out. That seems to be kind of like the story so far, where someone gets down on a rotate. Sometimes in squads, you'll pull to try and help them to save them. If you're feeling good about like a 3v1, but it usually doesn't happen here. Although as I say that, across the field, well, Innate's going for this flush. MFDX is going to pull up, but yeah, Innate, he just bobs and weaves a little bit, closes the gap and takes Coda down.
Oh, and in the background, we see Snakers eliminating team, and then 303 Esports gets eliminated as they're trying to rotate in.
Oh, man. Very, very scared to rotate in. Like, if you're trying to come in from the west side, there's just so many teams here already. You can't really go past this easily.
Yeah. D-Rich and Batty were one of the top finishers in the NA region for this, so them going out early for them is I'm sure something that they are not happy about at all.
And especially on a map like Miramar. Like, you go out early in Sandhawk, it's like, whatever, it's Sandhawk. But Miramar, it's like, it definitely feels a little bit worse. Feels like, in my opinion, at least, one of the more skillful maps.
Yeah, so MFDX is actually quite close to not Lush and Dream Raids. I'm not sure if they're aware that he is here.
Oh,
but he is.
What strat is MFDX using here? He's a solo at this point. He's definitely found himself a very cheeky part of the map. This is one of those spots where if you get here at the right time, you can kind of just sit there while everyone shoots bullets over your head. But he's being pretty active here as he heads up over to the east. I think that he heard a car. Oh, yeah. He definitely hears a few cars over here to the east. I would be quite surprised if he decides to take shots here. But hey, a free kill is a free kill, and he might be able to find one specifically on Hades.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely might, especially since Hades has stopped driving, you know? And he had heard not only Hades' car, but then Lush as he decided getting hits. Oh, he definitely popped him. I wonder if Hades saw him. No. Hades
no
not
way.
Aware.
Okay, what's the strat here from MF? Is he fragging? Is he shooting? What is the plan? If he's good with his frag arm, that's a free kill. If he's not, then that's, well, a wasted ambush. Looks like he's going to be trying to line up some kind of shot. Waiting for the headshot. But look, this is why it's so important to wiggle. Look, even though MF has the jump on Hades, he just doesn't feel confident. He's sitting here for like a minute just waiting for the right way to do it. And now Hades just leaves.
No.
Oh my god. Okay, well, he was trying to be stealthy. That was his plan for the entire time. He's trying to be stealthy.
I get it. Like, I understand, like, this early on, you know, like, maybe, like, let me get in the ring, you know? Try to save it for later on. Kind of do what we saw with Haiku earlier in the last game, right? Of EMEA. CIS. Maybe he was watching that and was like, you know what? Let me learn something from them.
Nah, he definitely wanted to shoot. He just
yeah.
That's a bit of a mistake. He's even chasing them in. Like, it's just gonna be really awkward if he keeps chasing this fight.
Yeah.
From what I saw before, sometimes if you feel good about something, you just gotta pull the trigger. If you don't, then don't go for this halvesy stuff.
Absolutely.
Either way, like, we're seeing a couple of trends pop up a little bit here. Like, you know, around the Lob and Dita. Minas area, there's a lot of teams, and off to the northwest, a ton of teams at the outskirts.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. As you see, you know, a few teams. I mean, there's just so many teams right there in that area. And besides, like, as you saw, La Bendita, but there's like opposite. It's almost like mirrored to a degree, like northwest and southeast.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting now. And MFDX literally still chasing them and walking in right behind them, as it's still being looking for, you know, any kind of fight here, but I'm still on him. Oh,
I mean, hey, it's he knows it's clear. He saw 2 cars leave here, so
That's
in
true.
some way, like what he's doing right now, I might have some things to say about it, but it's working out. Like he's letting this team clear everything in front of him, and I'm sure when they leave again, he's probably going to be making his own way in as well. And that's going to be especially true if he spots that he has a buggy that he can use here just outside of this farm stand. Like number 1, there's no reason to leave. Number 2, he has a car. He's actually doing pretty okay right now.
Yeah, so there's quite a few shots coming up from the teams up north and the northwest. I got Alex GG here and then French Frogs with Maddie. And they were taking shots at MBD.
I hate this team name. It makes it sound like frogs or some kind of finger food, and that makes me uncomfortable. Oh no, I don't like that.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to be spot out. Uh-oh.
Well, no, they got 2 men on a bike, and a bike is so good at Miramar. They're making a very wide rotate off to the north, and unless they get caught out by exactly Robin God, this is going to be a pretty nice entrance into Phase 2.
Yeah, they're both right next to each other, so they actually have stopped to maybe take some shots. Oh, landed 1, but no more, as Uziera is actually following behind. So he's got to be aware. They then try to go cut him off.
Yeah, frogs are real aggro here, but like 2 bikes, especially if you're kind of making little routing mistakes like that, driving error right there, like you're not going to catch up with them. And actually, I think that maybe even as a response, that little driving flub up,
so
they're actually going to be going a little further south.
If you look just inside the ring now, it looks like we have a plethora of teams trying to rotate in. Taz and Dark Dreams getting shot at by Toxic Garbage. And then
did you see that?
right next to them is Mixed Results. I did not see what...
Dark Dreams almost just plastered Taznator with his Marauder. He was brought down to like 1 HP. Oh. Definitely a little bit of nerves coming out right there. But yeah, this northwest side of the current zone, super hard to move in. The terrain's already pretty rough to actually maneuver in once you start having to leave your strong points, and just the density of teams is making that even harder. Good luck to these guys when the phase shrinks again, because they're not going to be in it.
It is just, you can see if you look at the map up north, not only French Frogs, right, but Romanino God and Guziera are definitely rotating wide. You have quite a few teams rotating north, you know.
Whatever you can do to get to the east side. Like, you hear all this gunfire in the west. You saw all these people die. You saw all these people rotating. Okay, how do I get away from this? Well, this is one of the ways you can do it, by just kind of wrapping around wide in a direction that you don't think anyone's going to be, and then you just kind of make your way. And, like, look at this. The west half of the zone is insane. The east half of the zone is Dom LaBomb and Tetra. Like,
yeah. Dom LaBomb and Tetra, and then Alex Penn's Twitter feed. Like, that is it. As they rotate in outside of it to try to get on the east part.
Dude, bless the Minas Generalis guys' souls. Like, there's too many people here. Like, this is so stressful to watch.
Yeah, it's just some point it's going to erupt soon, and I don't even know, like, I guess how anyone could come out like alive in any certain way.
Yeah, like it feels like Shinboy and Snakers are in a bit of a bad way, because they're between different teams, but they're also in a building. So it's not like you can't really like flank a building, is something I always say. So even though like on the map it looks really, really bad and awkward for them, they got walls, they got windows, and they're not gonna just. Someone's not going to just like look at them and take them out in their current position. So
as we say,
as they keep shooting, keep making noise, they're going to be fine.
And Snakers unable to do some damage on the Thug, but not enough to get the knock.
Yeah, hey, that's fine. They're not looking for knocks. They're just looking for damage. They're just looking to flex their muscles a little bit. But as phase 3 pops, now is Niggity knocks after a hard shift to the east, to the empty part of the zone, is going to force some action right away.
Absolutely. And if we look far west, we have Czech Shooter and the Czech and Sock there, and they are going to be looking down and shooting down at 2 teams. We have Daniel, Ricardo, and then who else?
This is Pasa from
Monstroso do
Blitz. Yeah. Is this frag gonna get anything done?
No.
Oh, it actually does deal a little bit of damage, and this buggy's in a little bit of trouble. Carmsy actually just ditches it, saying, "I don't believe that you can make this work."
Yeah, now I wonder if he's gonna be able to look down and get him. Oh, he sees the
Well, now he will.
buggy. Yeah, he's aware that they're just below him.
Dude, these guys are their own worst enemy. If they just stayed in the car, they'd be fine. If they didn't get out, they'd be fine. And now at this point, Pasa, he's gonna be taking shots at Karmsey, which a very slow reaction right there. Landu not able to get. Oh, he actually is able to get the repeat there. Surprised that Karmsey died the way he did, but also surprised that Landu's actually walking away from this.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Landoon is able to walk away from it as well, considering that there was a little bit of a misspray. But we see Jack's shooter making their way over because they definitely.
I guess he's not walking away from this, is he?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and he's not driving either. Let's just do it. Either way, he's not moving away from that situation. So it looks like on the east side, the bomb squad has come into contact with. Lobes, yeah.
Bit of a 1v2. Chuba's kind of too far away to help out. He's trying to chuck these cheeky frag grenades up and over the building. And oh my god! It is actually gonna work and flush him as well! Man. Oh. Wow. Like, I don't know if that's good or stylish or both, but this is gonna give Lobes and Chuba entry into this centralized compound. Well, relatively centralized compound. Either way, that's a couple of, like, that's a potentially game-winning position. Those could have been game-winning frags right there.
And on the backside, Chuba Bubba is definitely holding Mardones at bay as he tried to move in. Oh, and we see there Lobes.
What is that profile pic?
Gets
an Hold on. An executor with some people's faces on. I feel like I should recognize those faces, but
just amazing play by Lobes there. Those lofts, like.
Amazing lobs. Amazing lobs from Lobes.
Amazing lobs from Lobes, yeah. The alliteration alone. Say that 3 times fast. Uh-oh. As we see Burke FPS getting shot by Lush. Chasing them away.
I don't even know what to say about this zone besides don't be in the northwest side of it. You know, people are dying to the blue right now. People are getting gate kept from the blue.
Still 25 teams. Look at that, just the northwest side.
Oh, not for long. Not for long. We have tons of people still in the blue. Styles is gatekeeping Shek and T-Stock on the west. Like there's so much stuff happening in the northwest with the phase 4 popping. It's going to be real difficult to blue tank this.
Oh, I didn't say that. As we say that, it looks like was that Xavier or Seal got take it out, and then it is like who's gatekeeping the gatekeepers in this situation? You know, like someone's like trying to hold somebody else out, but then someone's on the other side of them holding them out.
It's like it feels like less of a gatekeep and more of like you're in this spot, just shoot who you see, and then get out when you can.
Right, try to like run through everybody.
Yeah.
So our winners from the first game, we're looking at it. Roth was knocked, but they were able to finish off their attacker. However, if we look, we got Natalia and Nagazera pushing in. I think that they're aware of the situation. Could be wrong, but they might be looking for him after they saw the knock.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. The east side is almost completely empty. As long as they can find some hard cover, even a two-dimensional bit of cover like a tree or a ridge, they're going to be fine. But they're just trying to get out of distance of these frags. It's the only thing that takes them down. And now, with Lobes and Chuba coming in from behind, this is going to catch Natalia and Nikazar off guard for sure.
And they are able to get Natalia down. Will they be able to... Oh, not quite. Not quite. Lobes is taking some damage, though. Is that from Patron TV, I believe?
Off to the west. Yeah, it looks like it. Putting some shots into Chuba now, laying 1-2 shots from the mini. Definitely the gun you want here. Good reaction by Chuba, though, to pop that smoke, get low as well as to disengage from that fight off to the west. Now, this actually could potentially allow off to the east Natalia to get res. It looks like that play is actually starting. Very, very nice stuff here.
Yeah.
Just leave their duo behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like they were saved. They were saved themselves by OG Latinos.
At this point, Smoke's dissipating. Lobes and Chuba have to make some kind of move, some kind of play here on the south, or they're going to get choked out of this game. Not the place to be.
Now our winners are being sandwiched in between two teams here.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
We got
look at this.
Just W.
The terrain they're working with is horrifying to work with. Like you said, Just W above them to the north, but also the guys they were retreating from a little bit ago will soon have eyes from their south. Not the place to be at all. Just some awkward, very, very shallow ridges to work with here. Once these smokes dissipate, they're going to be out of cover and out of time.
That's true. Absolutely. And we noticed that Glory Jean and Patrona had chosen to disengage from Lobes and Joe Bubba and move more towards the center of the circle. That might pay off for them, as they now are starting to shoot at our winners from last game.
Oh no, you see the smoke, it's just like a dinner bell. That being said, I'm looking at this. This bowl is a little bit stronger than I thought it was, but hey, a bowl is a bowl, but this one's not in play. It just got flipped over, turned the contents around, and now if these guys don't start rolling along off to the west, then they are not going to have a spot in the next zone. They have the little bar, the little casino that come up and off to the west, but it's feeling a lot like Patron's going to catch them out in the open before they get there.
Absolutely. We see the next ring pop. It's a northwestern shit. I guess better than northeastern that we've had every time this so far. So teams are going to have to rotate in from the east side, which I guess is better.
East side rotate's going to be very hard.
On the southwest side, we have a three-team party here.
Ooh. And Cadets looking like they're going to be, they're going to be cleaning it up. Snakers and Shinboy with their 4th kill of the game.
Just when Average Joe's Jim thought they were coming away with, Average Joe's thought they were coming away with it, Snakers and Shinboy show up from behind.
Ooh, MFDX still alive with 4 kills as well.
That is quite, what is this man doing?
I don't know. Like
he's following people like it's football, and they're his blockers. Like they're the fullback, and he's the running back, and just follow your blockers. You know?
Yes, football. Sorry, I don't do much sports besides esports. Oh, but I think this might be the end here for MFDX. He's caught out in the open by the farmers. Oh no!
Wait, is that my fault again from the earlier? If I point out how well you're doing as a single at the end.
Or maybe it's when they're making football analogies. That's just when everything goes downhill.
It's your doom here.
The football of doom. All right, well, more teams getting eliminated here on the north side. It was actually Just W who was originally taking shots toward Pax and Roth that were taken down. So this is gonna give the winners from game 1 actually a good chunk of space to work with. And these hills, they're awkward, but they'll usually at the very least allow some kind of 50-50 fight without getting hit in the back too hard. That will depend on how YOLO, Maddie, and Alex GG to the north want to go.
Maddie seems to be moving up though after hearing the shots.
Yeah, look at this. Like we're seeing Maddie. I'm looking at Maddie right now. He might be able to find these shots, but it's not an easy range at all.
Oh no! It barely gets away with his life. Unable to hit the last few shots of the spray there to take him down. And now he has taken some damage, paying for his troubles.
Across the map, I think that's actually the furthest team away from them that could be possibly hitting them that is currently landing their shots on the Matty. Low Boy, who I'm wondering if he's just like a budget Lobes or something. Low Boy, Lobe. I don't like they even have Twitch TV in their name. I don't know what to make of that. But either way, 5 seconds left with a phase 6 shrink. Everyone is on the edge. The center of the zone is almost unplayable. Where are we going? Slight favor to the north side. These east side boys, they're in so much trouble right now.
I've had to move, a lot since going there. Now, Alex GG and taking trading shots actually with Robinho God.
Oh, and they can't really. Oh, this is actually really interesting. So usually it'd be up to French Frogs if they want to disengage north or if they want to push south, and then Alex Penn to the south would react to that. But these guys can't actually go north due to Gui Zera and Robin God in that compound. They're going to slow push in, which means that they have to go south. Penn is going to react to this by just going for a hard push, trying to bring Maddie out of this game, and that frag is going to do just that.
Absolutely, just puts Maddie on the ground, and now Alex GG is deciding to just take a run.
That's a good play.
However, how good of a play is it when he's exposed to 3 other teams there?
There's shots ringing by him.
Is he going to be able to get any? Oh, and
I don't care how good at wiggling you are. No one survives that. And that is a fate that I think will soon be reserved for Roth and Pax as well.
And on the south
I don't see them getting out of this.
We have Lobes able to finish off and get inside the blue. But as he does, Snickers and Shinboy spotted him out. and they put him down. And
There's
then,
still a couple
they
players
put
watching.
Patron TV down.
Yeah, and his teammate Glory Gene, he has no idea that the south side is actually clear right now. So working with very little information, currently a solo. This guy is like a fish in a barrel, literally, and it just depends on when the cadets want to cash that in.
Yeah, now he's getting shot at from multiple sides. You got Tomas and Oldless up top,
so
and now
dead.
he's gonna.
He is so
poor
dead.
guy, poor guy.
Oh my God.
I cut to the map for just a second, and it was like eight white like lines straight to him.
Yeah. Winners of game 1 getting demolished as well, just trying to walk down the side of a hill. Like, yeah, you don't
And
survive
our winners
that.
have been eliminated between Guziera and Oldless and Tomas.
All right, so this is a pretty interesting spot here, specifically on the east side. VHZ lovers, they have control of a good swath of the east side of the zone. If the cadets decide to flank them, it could get really bad. But if they decide to kind of leave VHZ alone, that's a lot of terrain that Guizera and Robin God could end up working with here.
Yeah, and now we have the cadets trying to make their way into the zone, just taking shots as they drop a bunch of smokes. It's completely exposed to teams taking shots at them.
Yeah, a bit of a forced play, but hey, we see these minis, we see the amount of fire that's put out from anyone in the open. If you like use some smokes and to make a play, you move in and you survive. It doesn't matter how many smokes you use, doesn't matter how much damage you took. If you survive that play, that's a win.
Yeah, by all means, and we still have the high ground when it comes to Justin and Froy. Got Tomas and Oldless here, just slightly above where Owen Bear is.
Yeah. These guys, they're probably the damage leaders this game. Like, whenever anyone moves, they have the high ground, they have the cover. They're the ones that shooting you from 300, 400, 500 meters away, making sure that when you move, they might not kill you, but they're gonna make you wish that they did. But now they do have to leave. They have to leave this high ground, and I say every time, when you gotta leave high ground, that's when people start shooting you. Although Oldless catching Owen Bear on the ambush there.
Yeah, and it looks like Shinboy was also taking shots at him. Now it seems like the people that have the best position, but still in the building, right, is going to be Jejuna, Mongrot, and Explode there.
Maybe.
As they're taking shots at the cadets still.
It's definitely hard to say. Like, yeah, compounds are strong. That one's pretty close to the edge, and I feel like it'll be really hard to leave that one. The cadets and arguably VHZ lovers are in a good spot, but it's just really hard to tell. The cover that we're working with here is like, it's so dependent on what everyone else does. It's so easy to flank, but no one wants to flank because they make it hit. But
Speaking
yeah,
of flank,
oh,
Justin and Froy has completely headed east and flanked up Robinho and Guziera.
And they realize, look how much resources they're using to try and stop this from happening. Frags, stuns, whatever they got. The kitchen sink, it doesn't matter. But look, Guizera, he wanted to stop the flank from happening, and as a result, just got taken down by Snakers and Shinboy. I thought this was going to happen in the last zone, but hey, they were able to sniff out what was going on. The cadets were. They realized how much space they had here on the east side, and then they saw the free kills there north.
Yeah, they are in a... King God is in a bad position here. Sandwiched in between both of these duos, these full teams. Now we see Snakers spotting out Oldless, putting some shots on him. Ooh.
Putting some shots indeed. They're both one shot now.
But Mongrot, the team all the way over in the building is still putting shots on cadets. They will not leave them alone.
Well, they're going to have to soon. They're not in play anymore. And I'm looking around at the terrain they have to work with, and it isn't looking amazing. They have a couple of ridge lines, but if they're getting watched for the wrong person at the wrong time, they're not even going to make it to them. A lot of open terrain there.
It seems like the only person who's been actually safe here, who hasn't done anything, is Lowboy.
Yeah, dude, he's chilling. He's got a little bowl. He's in the zone.
From
he's fine.
Stream, yeah. Yeah, he might be able to come away with this if he's right. It looks like, we're going to have another flank on the flankers. Is that what we have going on here with Mongrot? And Team Jejuna.
Yeah, well, they're trying to run up to the open. Those frags, I think they have quite a few. I don't think they've had to use too many of them this game. Yeah, Explode still has two left.
Yeah, they have 9 smokes between them and 2 nades.
Definitely could make some kind of play with this one, but look at this. Oldless and Thomas putting their own smokes out. I think that this is just at the right time so they don't get caught out in the open and with the blue, but Snakers and the cadets making a really big play for some of the ridge lines in the zone. A lot of people making plays
nades? Here. Oh, almost.
Threading the needle here. Good movement from Mongrot and Explode, but will
Oh,
it
they
be
get
enough?
flanked.
Big push, a trade going on. No one really favored. Oldest probably gonna die to the zone. Tuomas forced to make a play. He goes to the flush. Tuomas chucking his own frag, and oh, if the spray didn't take him down, the explosion sure as hell would have.
Explode able to
keep
get
him
that
down.
finish. Fantastic. And then did Snakers just grab that? He did. He just grabbed that drop. That's sneaky, sneaky Snakers.
I'm wondering what he left behind, though. It looks like Shinboy might be going to take a visit. Yeah, it's a 249. Well, if Shinboy doesn't grab that, then that means that I know that the cadets are just, bad
So
players.
it's 3 singles and a double, right? That's what we're looking at
Yeah,
here.
yeah, and it looks like the cadets actually have the best spot in zone right now. Every other solo just kind of on the edge. Now, it's a duos game. They might not be able to convert this into a win straight up, but the odds are definitely in their favor. Explode trying to put up some of his own smoke grenades out. That's definitely going to draw some attention.
Absolutely. Let's see how far that... No, that can't possibly get there, could it? Oh!
Ooh,
It does! And the second one, Indy finishes it! These nades... Uh-oh. Low boy just
actually just not having cover.
That is... Oh, Low boy now is throwing grenades out. And Ronaldinho God is coming up from behind. What's going to happen here?
Well, I'm pretty sure that, Snakers is still covering that. So if Robin is trying to sneak his way, that's not going to work. Both players back-to-back into cadets, just kind of taking their own 1v1s. Shinboy's going to win his, but he's actually going to get hit in the back. Snakers not able to cover that.
It's a
but
1v1. Oh,
frag
finishes off cadets.
Oh, man, 11 kills. Great stuff from the cadets here in Game 2 on Miramar.
That
you know
was...
what that hat's called?
What is it?
You know what that hat is called?
I do
on
not.
The logo? It's Boggles.
Boggles.
Apparently.
I like that.
Yeah.
Man, 11 kills between them. 11 kills. That is going to... I mean, that's just a solid win right there.
Solid win. That's going to be...
20-plus point games are huge.
Yeah, shooting them up the leaderboard. We'll be seeing how they can hold on to that moving forward, but I'm pretty sure that... Does that put them in first place after Game 2?
Let's see. Yeah, that's... I mean, depending on how many points Alex Penn Twitter he got, because they had
it puts him in first. Yeah. That's a first place right there. That's a first place. I think Alex Penn got knocked out in like the mid game earlier.
Yeah.
Off that really bad run in.
Yeah, I don't think they had. I mean, they only had 4 kills between them in 7th place, so that's not enough. Absolutely. And I guess on that note, we will take a short break and we'll be back for the 3rd game. All right, and we are back for the 3rd game. Our winners, Snakers and Shinboy Cadets, getting a win up on the board. Now, I wonder where that will put them leaderboard-wise. As we...
First place.
Check it out. All right.
I don't think it's updated quite yet.
All right. Well, maybe you can keep us updated on it. If it's not...
I mean, I can do the math right now and tell you it's first place.
Sure. I'm not just specifically them, though. Other teams as well.
All right.
So you could keep us updated on if it's been updated, I guess.
Will do, sir. Will do.
So looking at this playing path, what are you expecting to see here?
It's a bit iffy that Monty, El Pozo are not easy to get to. Same can be said for San Martino. I think you can still get there with a long drop. But Los Leones, Minas, El Azahar, and a lot of the subsequent car spawns that go along with those spots being in play is pretty important. Although, early on, we're seeing, a few people, are they dropping for Higos? I love this town because it's so adorable and bad. I didn't think we'd ever see one fight for it, though.
Yeah, that's true. It does look like...
Oh, they're not. They're not fighting for it.
No. That's,
No.
You guys have broken Ben's heart.
Yeah. I think they're going to be all right, though. They're actually going one on each side of the river. That's really interesting for Maddie and Alex. Oh, nope. Alex is getting boring. He's crossing the water. All right. Well, one too many Higos is still one more than we usually get, so I'll take it.
No, yeah. I guess, how many times are they going to break your heart in this game already?
I mean, the cadets did pick the 2-for-9 last game, so we're up to 2 right now.
That's true. So we do have the cadets dropping close to, I guess, what are they going for? Power grid here or just past power grid? Maybe not.
Yeah, there's a
No,
lot of
just before.
the two prios in the plateau that they're kind of like just under. Like this whole area is actually really good in duo games. Even better if you can get a little more than that as well. There's car spawns, those stone buildings that are for the
Chubba
prios
Bubba.
are amazing.
Chubba Bubba's taking some shots at check shooter. He suck. And then just south of them, Coda took some shots at Lethug as he parachuted in. Oh, and the ring pops. It is a beauty of a ring.
That's a North Boy right there. To go way up to Cruise as being essentially the center of the zone here. Early cars gonna be super important as there's a lot of loot up here if you can just get up here early. And the question is, will you be able to get here in time to get the loot, to get the compounds? It looks like Paraka and Nubby Wubby are some of the players who are trying to get to the good compounds, the good terrain early.
Yeah, by all means. We haven't had a lot of people close to each other shooting at first. Although you do see up in the north, the farthest northeastern corner, we got people just W at military.
I've seen San Diego Rarity go up here. I've never seen this drop in a duos game. No reason it wouldn't work. If you're one of those teams that doesn't mind some long rotates, then it's sensible. It's just that in duos, those long rotates generally turn into blind rotates, and those, as we've seen, can get very dangerous. So a lot of reasons to not go for those edge strats as much in duos. But this time, Campo Militar is not an edge strat, so congrats to them. They're going to be having one of the quicker rotates into the zone.
Yeah, and we see the teams now are starting to space out more. We don't see a lot of as many early game fights. Teams have, I guess, learned where it's okay to go, where it's not okay to go. I guess if you want to. Okay, I noticed that. Look, if we look down the southeastern part of it, you have Average Joe's. They have a 1-1 split that's pretty significant.
I'm looking for the second player. Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah. The fact that you have to look for the second player says a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Jason's a pretty good player. I saw Crop make a ton of really good plays in a recent league that occurred, so I know that he has improved a lot himself in recent days. But a lot of nice solo plays there. So I'm not too worried about this, besides the fact that they're pretty far away from the zone, specifically Jason. That being said, as long as he's aware of the rotation paths, as long as he's aware of how to get in, and as long as Crop's loot is fine, which it might not be all considered, then I'm thinking it'll be okay. You know, it's a lot of buts, but I have no reason to kind of write them off yet. You know.
Oh, by the way, we are having a fight now where it looks like we have, what is it, Farm Stream. It is the teammate of your favorite low boy taking some shots at Lush, and Streamer Hazes goes by, and now his teammate has decided to chase them and take shots, but I guess turn back now.
Makes sense. Don't want to get in too many big fights early on. I'm surprised, actually, that Hades and Lush are pulling up there. It's a great scouting spot. It's a great spot to hold, but it's not in the zone. So they're pulling up here hoping that they'll get chased. It's not going to happen. So yeah. I feel like it's just like a small waste of time. And you know,
they healed up.
Like much.
Yeah, that's true. Shots. They healed up, and then they're, as you see now, they continue to move on.
But while they're doing that, Chubba and Lobes will be able to kind of get beyond them. That could have been, Lush and Hades on that road in a different world.
Absolutely, by all means. And we look at Chubba and Hope, since you mentioned them on the road, they're going to pass by Oldest and Tomas. And then even Jake and Owen Bear moving up further.
Sexy double Murado loadout. Only this better is if you got two bikes instead.
Gotta remember not to. As I went to go click on someone shooting, and of course I forgot. You can't just always do that as the observer and caster. Now, I went to go look at we have D-Rich and Betty having Alex Penn Twitter feed as a team drive by. Then D-Rich got some shots off, but he didn't do damage. Hit the cars just a little bit, and now the other one's gonna drive right past.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine. Drew and Sarah, a lot of terrain they can work with, a lot of buildings
on the outside. Yeah, they got on the outside. Yeah, they able to escape that. If we look up north, Landune and Oldest are having driving by. These circles make it so that it feels like a death race at times, right?
Definitely. A lot of places you gotta rotate through. And actually, talking about Landuin and Karmsey, off to their east as well, there's just so many teams that are already here. Oh, I think that we're actually seeing Hades spinning out in the middle of a road, forced to go on foot. And while it's going on, Lobes is having his compound crash.
And Chubba Wubba is able to get Lobes is able to get the knock. Chubba Wubba took serious damage, though, as they focused on him.
Oh, Chubba is out. He's trying to get to the second floor. We'll be able to get into a nice defensive spot while his teammate frags, or attempts to frag that building. Luckily, though, the frag and the retreating maneuver there from Chubba giving him some time for the first aid. He can disengage. He can hold the angle. He can play this how he wants. But big ambush brings one player low and takes the second one down. If there's one time for Lobes to push, then now is the time.
Yeah. Now, is he going to be able to get that res off, though? It gets enough up.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Like, Lobes and Chubba are already here in the building. There are. Oh, that's a frag right there, Chubba! Oh, great reaction right there.
Now, it looks like he's gonna try to get that res off, and they're downstairs. They're just... Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, the window.
Oh, no. Oh, he did?
They just re-knocked him.
Oh, man, they cut the re-knock. That is rough.
Now, the shots from the outside will mean that if Lobes and Co. want to kill this guy, they're just going to go up the stairs.
And they're going to
free fire all around, and they're just firing wildly. Shoot your teammates, shoot anything that moves, as long as it gets them killed. And that's going to be the method they take. That's going to be the method that works. Look, the compound's all theirs now.
Absolutely, they get that, and they get the loot to go along with it. And just north of them, it looks like Hades and Lush have found themselves a little bit of a fight here. You've seen a kill feed Snakers and check shooter.
Snakers and check shooter off. Where are they at?
Oh, Snakers just eliminated, and then you got the flush now.
Yeah, I think I see him there on the western water treatment side right there.
Yeah, by all means. Oh, not Lush. Gets a headshot.
Yeah, this is a nice spot, nice stuff here from Lush, because this spot right here for Hades and Lush, like, this isn't like a thing. Like, people don't stop here. Right. It's very, very weird to be seeing Lush and Hades try to hold this. So if they're gonna try to do this, they're gonna need to get a lot of really good shots and try to convince people that are around them that though you might occasionally have LOS on them, that you shouldn't peek them. You don't want to touch them. You're gonna get your head blown off. But you know, as more and more people make their way around this area, this location is going to become increasingly unplayable. So I'm hoping they don't feel too comfortable.
Absolutely. It looks like Lush was able to get the knock on what team we have? Oh, we have on Burke. Oh no, I'm sorry. He just hit Burke. My apologies.
Ooh.
Oh, but
right, well,
they're in between.
This is going to be a good spot, a good time to go to a new spot in the zone. Hard shift to the north. I have only seen this zone once before.
Oh, we have Martin FPS unloading on a post-up. He's going to be able to finish him. Does quite a bit of damage to both players, but unable to get enough on one player.
Yeah, car's on fire though, so one way or another, the sort of the matter's been forced here between these two teams. Pasa and Blitz being forced to pull up here, while Martin and Emmy trying to land some nice DMR shots. But this is a really bad situation here for Blitz and Pasa. Maybe even just disengage and go into Cruz Del Val before it's too late. The longer they take to do this, the more teams they're going to sneak in from behind them.
Yeah, I think that their best shot is probably to disengage, like you said. And if looking at the south and southwest side. We have Gin and Tonic still out there. We have 303 Esports, not quite in the out of the blue yet, I should say. We have Alex Penn's Twitter feed still taking the long rotation around north, and it looks like
they're probably going through parts that they haven't seen in like years.
Right? They're like, oh, did they touch this up? Did they do something here? As we say that, Maddie gets knocked by Yukos. As teams rotating in, Nubby Wubby is getting shot at from Just W.
A lot of teams around the center bits of the zone looking for some spots to call home here. Some of them have found it, and some of these spots potentially will win them the game.
Yeah. Owen Bear knocks Landoon in the background.
His teammate's nowhere nearby to help out, man. He's dead. Yeah, Karmsey, no hope of a trade. Might be able to take shots at Owen Bear if he's going for a loot, but otherwise, that's going to be it.
Yeah. Oh, and not... Or Lush. Lush gets the knock. And it looks like Hades finished him. Now, if we look at them, they have, they've had a lot of fight this game for 1 kill between them. They constantly are putting themselves around where other teams either want to travel through or want to position themselves in general.
The spot they found for themselves is actually really nice as well. Very, very nice two-sided cover here. They should be able to wrap back under their cover if they have to. Spotting out Paraka in the open as he runs out. Hades can't quite land those shots, but Paraka getting over to the low ground. He can't go up the hill. He's just going to get shot more by Lush and Hades, so Alex G isn't too much of a problem here. But the real problem for Paraka is that he just can't move. This is his home now.
Yeah, this is his home now. This is where he lives. You're going to have Alex try to potentially look for... Yeah, Alex is trying to spot out where those spots...
Lush is getting a new angle. Off to the north, he might actually be able to flank and remove Paraka from this game.
Uh-oh, yep. Yeah, it does. As you say that. Takes him out. Great play by Lush. Uh-oh, and then we have on the other side, it looks like the bomb squad is close to average Joe's, as they've already knocked Jason when they're looking for...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely trying to get a little bit of work done there. Tetra was fragging Jason out of the game.
Yeah.
Probably could just use your gun for that, but either way, I've seen him make some 6-solo plays before, and maybe now's the time to get out there. You hear the bike moving, but nah, these guys on the eastern edge, they're gonna be playing it slow. But this east side of the zone, I'm looking at. Wait, hold on, thought. He's able to find Tetra. Big play from Crop.
Now, Dom the Bomb needs to.
He needs to make a play happen. Tetra's on his second knock. If he doesn't get a little bit of tempo into Crop, then this is gonna end the fight. Crop fragged toward the door, closing it in time though, and now after trading some shots, down the bomb, retreating, going back for the res, he has to do this once Tetra to survive. Crop, he's gonna take his time fragging this door. Is this gonna work? I don't think that it will.
No.
Way too much stuff inside to properly get that off.
Now it looks like he's gonna try to rotate around. Oh, and he gets some shots on Dom, but not enough.
In the meantime, Tetra getting the heal off. He has done his job. This is now a proper 2v1. Fragger on the side. Crop brought low. Tetra trying to get some just desserts. Yeah, saying that's what happens when you knock me. I'll come back from the grave and shoot you dead.
Exactly. And they pays for not trying to be aggressive in time. As we see that we got teams just rotating through each other.
Okay, so check the map real quick.
All right.
They won the fight, and that's great. But Gui Zera and Robin God, they just took the spot that Dom Labob and Tetra really wanted to go for. There isn't too much else that they can really work with. They have some ridge lines they can use to walk in, but you don't want to walk in a zone like this. The terrain's way too flat. Like one of the problems with this zone is that if you're not in one of these compounds, these strong points, like these oil cancers, whatever they are, then you're not anywhere. You're out of the game already.
Which we have, oh no.
Looking at the map here.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna
okay?
have to do the radio. You're gonna have to do the radio broadcast again.
Oh man, hope we fix that crashing issue here soon. Either way, phase 3 having popped here. The shrinks continuing. The zone, as we didn't talk about, but it did end up going to the north, favoring the Torre Ahumada area. Hard to tell where this zone is going to go. Likes to stay near roads a lot of the time, but with 3 different roads in this zone, hard to tell exactly where it's going to be. Either way, Lush and Hades in center zone going to be looking pretty strong here. Cruz del Val on the outskirts still has 2 teams inside of it as well. In fact, as I'm saying that a lot of skirmishes, 1v1 skirmishes happening here on the edge, a couple with cadets and Sia in March, as they're actually be crashing on in toward the cadets. Chuba getting himself blown to pieces by Shinboy and Snakers, as Loeb's now in a proper 1v2 against them. Off to the northwest, another fight happening. Low Boy now in a 2v1 with his teammate against another player there. Phase 4 gonna pop. Oh man, keeping a lot of the Torre Ahumada outskirts in play. Oh my god, you gotta get that game up soon, man. This is a zone that we haven't seen pretty much ever. Like, this is actually really crazy that this is happening. Well, more players making their way in. Actually, oh my goodness. Players trying to crash, but having a big wide open field to cross before they go for this. As players begin crashing the Torre Ahumada area as well. Alex GG getting taken down there by the Alex Penn, that's Twitter feed team. Ooh, is they able to get? Oh, they got a 249 as well. Oh, big fan, big fan.
Big fan of 249.
Gotta be. Best 5-5 in the game easily. All right, well, around Southwestern Shed, more players pulling up. Very, very ballsy positioning here from the Daniel Ricardo team as Landoon's, well, he's dead, but his teammate Carm's trying to hold on. Getting hit in the back as the Shed gets pushed. He's going to be taken down there. Shed being claimed by Team Just W here. One of the only spots in the southwest side of the zone being taken. Of the teams that are currently not in play, we got 303 Esports as D Rich and Battylow trying to stay alive a little bit longer. Mixed results
Have they
here.
come out of the blue yet?
Well, they just got out of the blue, but they're going to be back in here in a few seconds. They don't leave right now. Styles and Darth heard them as well. They've been trying to gatekeep them. And off to the south, Mardones, T-Plens, Cadets. Cadets winning another fight, by the way, but they're now walking in. A lot of these teams on the west side walking in across what is essentially going to be an open field here in a few seconds. If you don't have a car, you're pretty much SOL. Luckily for T-Plens from Winter Fish Dinner, he was able to find one, and it is going to be the only team on the entire western edge of the 4 or 5 teams on this side to actually find a reasonable spot in the zone, although he's passing up one empty compound, continuing east to try and get something more centralized. Not sure if this is the time for that, as we're already in phase 4. He's quite late. He's actually going to be crashing a spot that is held by Not Lush and Hades. Doing a stunt over some fences, getting caught out in midair. Hades bringing him low. Oh, no, this is not going to work out for T-Plenty. He's trying to get away with too much. Lush might even have an angle here. In the meantime, the bomb squad. Fight took too long. The team that I was talking about before, Robin, God, and Gooey's there. They tried to push that spot in foot, and they were taken down by the spot that, well, they should have had it. They didn't get in that big fight against Crop & Co.
That's what happens when fights take a little bit too long, right? It prevents you from getting the positions that you're looking for.
Definitely. Not the place to be. And as they're saying that, T-Plens taken down. Tried to get a spot that was a little bit too greedy. Although, Pax and Roth with some great mini fire taking down Hades as well. This is one of those fights that's happening near the middle of the zone. So between Alex Penn's Twitter feed and Thought We Were Skydiving, that's Not Lush and Hades. Very, very important fight. With the 1v2 in favor of Alex Penn's Twitter feed. It's looking like this group of memers might be trying to take control of center zone.
As we see that, it looks like on the south side, you have between Burke and Dark Dreams Tazinator. And then, now it looks like Alex Penn's Twitter feed is going to take out potentially Lush and Hades.
He's last player left up, and that spray from Roth is going to take them down. Nice stuff there from Alex Penn's Twitter feed. Transitioning that early knock with 2 minis. Very, very surprising to get a knock like that, by the way. Usually mini doesn't get a knock in a peak battle in that manner. And transitioning that into a full team wipe, and they're going to be able to walk into the zone from that, as this new zone in phase 5 favoring the east heavily. And oh my god, I don't even know what to make of this. Like, I've never seen a zone in this terrain before. This is actually insane.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. As I cut to Darth's getting some shots in, and I'm not sure that they realize that Mardones is just south of them, underneath this cover.
Yeah, these two guys kind of approaching at the same spot around the same time, getting ready with the bike. Mardones beginning to close the gap, but he's looking for a fight. He's looking for a big boom here, actually. Styles, wrong place, wrong time. How does he know? How does he know?
Wow. That was extremely close. And now he's gonna
that was their ride
back off. Yeah.
That was their ride. Oh my god, that's so toxic. They gotta walk in now.
So if you notice, Shimboy is just south of him, and I wonder if Shimboy he's gonna have to creep up. And now we gotta fight just north of Shimboy. I wonder if Shimboy's gonna third party this from behind. Is he gonna be able to handle it?
Barely starts to get turned on, but Lowe's mini shots were on point. That being said, he has essentially inherited Just W's fight, and for Just W, it's like, all right, trying to get 2v2 into a 2v1 sounds easy, we'll take it. But as they begin to focus a little bit to the northwest, these are 2 different solos that are now essentially assaulting, or at least trying to skirt by the same spot. Some bad stuff can happen here.
You're talking about Batty Low and T-Sock up northwest. They're right.
I was checking southwest, but that's happening up there too. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, we got to be careful here, as it looks like Batty Low is going to try to... Uh-oh. And
He's
just as I cut to Batty, T-Sock takes him out. And now he's been spotted by Jake and Owen Bear.
Yeah. Jake and Owen Bear on the north side there. They have an easy spot of cover just on the hill above. T-Sock, though, I think that he should be able to disengage into town here to avoid this fight.
Oh, it looks like now Mardones is looking to ruin more people's games as he throws nade, but just misses on Byers. Shimboy is still there. He has a nade. It looks like he's going to go for it. Does he able to get that in? He
Nice
banked
nade.
that in.
And
Wow,
that's the
that
last
was
thing he
impressive.
does, but...
Yeah, that's the last thing he does before he goes down. And now it looks like Mardones is free as the Alex Penn Twitter feed.
Oh, and they had to walk in. They were caught out in the open. So Mardones, that frag from before that took their bike out, essentially the reason why mixed results went down. What a silly interaction there. As Alex Penn, we already know they're in at least like the top 3 or top 5 or whatever. They're here, top 8 teams, 4 kills, and with the new zone shrinking, they're in one of the spots of the zone that actually has some good high ground left. This position here in phase 6 could transition them into a game-winning spot going into the end game.
Absolutely. And if you notice here up north, Jake and Owen Bear TV have decided to rotate east. I wonder if they're going to try to push Reunion God and Guzziera.
It makes sense on the macro level. I don't know how they're going to do it, though. There's such a wide open terrain. If Robin spots this, they're out of the game.
Owen turns back around. Owen turns back around and then hightails it back behind the rock in which he carried out from in the first place.
Yeah, way too rough here. And actually, well, shots are going to be ringing at him to suppress him. But, VHZ lovers, he knows what he has to do now. He's like, all right, you don't come over here to the north, you're fine. But he's just backing off.
Now my question is, these gentlemen behind from Cardiac Luca gonna play spoiler here, as Gutierrez and Robin God are preoccupied with Owen Bear and Jake.
Well, if they were a solo, they just sit here behind this ridge. Since they're a duo, they should definitely be trying to figure out what's going on and see if this is a spot that they can't take for themselves. Robin did just suffer a headshot from the hands of, I believe that was Owen. So
I think they're just gonna play it as cool and calm and collected as they possibly can. Oh, and as we say that, Owen Bear has moved up.
Reactionary play style. This will potentially work as a fight is looking to be brewing off to the north. They should react to that if they do hear that.
Uh-oh. And as we say that, it looks like we have Roth down.
Mardones.
Yeah, Mardones has been a thorn in the side of many teams this game.
Yeah, either directly or indirectly. And it looks like the tax from earlier. It's like saying, hey, I helped get the kills that you guys got before, but now it's time for you guys to leave the game. Great smokes here from Pax. He's going to be able to wrap all the way around, remove the only angles that Mardones could use, and I don't think that he can get this res into Roth. It's good that
Mardones going to even try to get this. He's going to back off and move around. Yeah, they get the...
He has a lot of his own terrain. Like a 1v2 is a 1v2. Even if you do have that one knock and he's not working with too much information, he's also going to be funneled into one exact opening in that fence line. So Penn going to be filling out, smoking up, and as long as the smoke dissipates in the right way, they should be able to barely get the res into Roth here.
And it's by just W, right by him.
Ooh.
He's just laying there.
Oh, you're right. That's really... You can see the smoke, too. He knows what's going to be happening here soon. Precarious position for Penn.
This is almost like kill farming, waiting for the rest to come up just to then get him.
Well, real quick, the east side of the zone just got a humongous benefit. A lot of the cover on the west was now forced out. So those 4 oil tanks and a lot of the ridge lines on the east still being in play means these guys in the west are going to be forced into a kill field here. They're probably going to shoot their way out of this.
Yeah, it looks like Burke FPS has spotted just W. And as I say that, it looks like Alex Penn's team has rotated on the opposite side.
Hey,
that was smart.
Remember us. Oh, they're hitting the side, though. Burke and Seal
not able to get over the fence.
Down. That res, I don't think that res can happen. Oh, I guess they're going to go for it either way.
With the bike. Look at this man.
Oh, no. Don't look at this man. It's embarrassing. Oh, no. That was the only rock in an open field.
As that happens, Jake gets knocked by Guzziera, but Robinho God gets gets knocked as well, and Owen Bear start to push up. But I'm not sure.
But Emmy and Martin, they're looking to take control of this zone. This is the exact reaction that they had to go for with their play style. And now 1v1, GUIs are not looking to third party. This is essentially a 2v1 in favor of Caripasso Luca and Owen Bear on his back foot now.
Owen Bear definitely on his back foot as he got spotted by Martin FPS, and now of course both of them know where he is.
Well, if he's good enough with frags, then he can take Emmy down.
Oh.
Looks like trying to bank it off the slope. Ooh, oh, almost got him.
Almost down, just low enough. Oh, Martin able to not hit those shots, even though we could see him just behind it.
Still holding these rocks. Emmy, he's playing with fire. The first frag didn't take him down, but the second one did. Hopefully we see Roth take Mardones down as well. A little bit of revenge
in the back
there.
Yeah, so they have cleaned. Roth really cleaned up on that side.
There it is. Martin taking down Owen Bear.
Now, but on the back side.
Burke.
But on the back
Burke
side.
actually crossed the road. He's trying to take control of the east bit. This is incredibly insane here from these two teams. In the meantime, Xavier did go back for the crate. But if they can take this duo down, if they can take Martin and Emmy down, then they got a good chance to win this game. But I think that they're just be playing a little bit passive here.
Is he gonna go for the high ground? To try to go for the... Look at this, man. Xavier.
This feels dangerous.
Feels real dangerous. Like, unnecessarily dangerous.
All right, well, Xavier's going to be spotting...
Oh, maybe I am wrong. I apologize, Xavier. You do you, buddy. You do you.
I believe that was a running neck shot that took him down there. Did 101 damage. Not sure exactly what the math is there, but definitely a nice shot. Oh, but Emmy and Martin closing the gap. This is going to be a 2v2, and Guri's there just here to watch.
Yeah, now it looks like they're trying to flank around. He spots out Xavier as he starts to run.
Burke being very sneaky.
Is he just going to wait, just going to draw him over?
Okay, this is all on Xavier's shoulders. If he can hold off and force Emmy and Martin into an awkward spot, Burke can just blow their heads off. However, with Emmy and Martin able to wrap around the left and right sides of this fuel tank, Burke can only reasonably get an ambush going without them hearing him coming on the left side. If Martin and Emmy decide to go to the right and peek Xavier from there, his ambush isn't going to be as effective anymore.
Now they spotted Gouzier. And what are they going to do here? The thing is, I think they're going to wait for Gouzier. They think they got themselves an easy kill.
Maybe. Xavier definitely has zone in this scenario. It's going to center up here for phase 9, just a little bit north of that road, pretty much on the crate, or maybe a little bit next to it there. So that's some good cover there as well. But Burke definitely doesn't want to move. He doesn't want to get hurt right now. Grisera waiting to get reactive, hoping the third part of the fight. So real question is just, what is Martin and Emmy going to do? They have no smokes. They got nothing.
They got no smokes.
Oh! But they got headshots dinging Xavier in the head.
Got knocked. And now I wonder if they're going to rotate around.
This is what Burke needs. Oh my god, this is the exact spot that he needs. Emmy getting down from Burke. He's finishing him off. Martin going on the side. A great spray from Xavier, taking him down. And now a 2v1. Gui Zera at the edge of the zone. He's going to need shots of a god to get at this one. I don't think it's going to work out for him.
Yeah, it's gonna end in a second place finish for him.
Good positioning there from Burke. He was so patient waiting for such a long time. Definitely a little bit of luck there. If Guri Zera wasn't there on the north, then that play doesn't work out nearly as well. But especially with that solo player kind of forcing both Martin and Emmy are on the left side of that tank and the south side instead of the north side of that tank. That was exactly what Burke needed. They would just put a whole mag of M4 in their backs.
To have the patience to take advantage of such I guess a lack of knowledge from another team that you know it, even though they're not pushing right, to not try to force the situation. It's just you love seeing it because you see a lot of times people try to force the situation, but that was just great. Like you said, to have the patience to just sit there and lay there and wait for it. Perfect. And they end up with 8 kills and a win.
It was a lot of faith in Xavier as well, because he's essentially just like, okay, you're going to 2v1 them for a while for like a little peak battle. And when they're eventually forced to push you in like 2 minutes, it's a long fight in like 2 minutes. Then I'll strike. True. If that works, then that's a win right there, pretty much. And if it doesn't, though, then and if Xavier gets knocked, then you just got a dude sitting on top of a tank.
You just got a dude sitting on top of the tank. Exactly.
He's just laying down, belly, like he's sunbathing. Like it would not have worked nearly as well.
Absolutely, wholeheartedly agree with you there. And I guess on that note, we will take a short break, and we'll be back for the next game.
We'll see you guys then.
And we are back for the first game of Erangel of the day. And Ben, how is the leaderboard looking after?
I was right. I was right. Yeah, so the Cadets are currently, after game 3, in first place. They definitely milked their poor spot in the zone for as many points as they could, and were able to maintain their first place that they got and earned from game number 2. Alex Penn's Twitter feed as well in second place. So it's 37 for first and 34 points for second place. Kind of like a similar story for them. They got the first place W, so of course they're somewhere along the top 3. However, well, in the previous games, it was the EMEA/CIS Wingman Series. The scores were like really balanced from every single game. That is not the case here. It's 37 points for first, 34 points for second, and in third place, Umbam I Umrim. I'm saying that wrong, and I apologize. It's 20 points. Fourth place also with 20 points, and it gets pretty balanced there all the way down until 8th or so. But super top-heavy leaderboard.
That is, you're right. Almost the exact opposite of how the EMEA CIS region is. Right. We saw how many players, how many teams within 6 points. What was it, 6 or 7 teams?
It was like 6 teams within like 2 points, I think it was, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was phenomenal. Although
and we ain't getting that this time.
We still have a bunch of games to play though, so we might get that. Who knows?
Maybe we're going to Erangel. We're going to Erangel, and like the 2 teams that are in the top 2, like I know about them. They've been playing for a long time. And if there's one thing that you can usually attribute to a guy who's played PUBG since day 1, it's that they're going to be damn good at Erangel.
Speaking of damn good, we have Alex Penn over here. They have dropped quite close to Not Lush and Hayes.
There's some pretty good teams right there as well.
They secure their vehicle, which is why they probably dropped so close in the first place.
Yeah, Hades actually off on the, I think they're called the Dirty Yellows, to the east of Lush. Very peculiar drop. I don't make the names. I just say them, man. The only name that I'm trying to popularize on this map is Reddit Hill. Which
my reaction was to the ring as it pops. It is.
Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh.
It is extremely far north.
Extremely titillating. I like this zone. I guess I'm in a sadistic mood right now. These guys are not going to like this zone. The players, that is. There's 3 teams that are reasonably in the zone. Nubby Wubby and his teammate riding together, and then Waika is already trying to get some good ground though. If you check on the map,
they're just shooting up north by lickety split after getting their vehicles.
And like specifically with Waika's, like that compound he just pulled up on, if he has loot, that's game winning. That's a good compound.
Yeah, and we see it looks like we have D-Rich and Batty Low have decided to take off as well, and they are themselves heading northwest. Once again, probably a smart play.
Some condolences for Natalia and Nikizera on the military island.
Yeah,
they're gonna have a hard game today on Erangel.
Yeah, they have to like rotate down. I do like what D-Rich and Batty Low have decided to do. They've already crossed the river, and they're going to then be able to get some loot essentially hassle-free. Although you don't want to wander too close to the Thug and his teammate there.
They're trying to control space here is what they're doing. They got 2 of the compounds that are kind of responsible for controlling the area around these entry points here. I doubt they'll get any knocks from this. But if they start shooting early enough at players coming in from the south, then it might sort of dissuade them from coming this way. Because you don't want to just like run into shots if you know they're going to be there. Really, usually you don't. So, like, it's a play that someone would go for, I would say.
By all means.
So they shoot early enough. Then they might be able to control these guys or prevent these guys from getting across. And the worse other teams do, the better that you will do.
That's generally a good rule of thumb, right?
Yeah, you might not get the kills, but hey, as long as you're ruining someone else's day, that's all that matters. It's like, it's like Mardones when he blew up the bike last game. As long as you ruin someone else's day, you're not gonna get the kill points, but hey, you got the placing points in the long run.
Right. It looks like now. It looks like Nubby Wubby is taking some shots at Waiku's as he then rotates even wider and around north, heading west. Only just a shot or two, but I guess it was enough to say, hey, we're here. Someone's here, occupied. You know?
and this should definitely be like a wake up call for Paraka and Nubby Wubby. They came here first, like they're so early. You're on the North Island already. Being here early means nothing if you're here early in Severny. One of these cities is like you don't want to be in cities. You're gonna be controlling compounds. You'll be controlling hilltops. You'll be controlling strong points. Severny is a place that anyone at any point in this game will be able to crash. And I'm looking at the map right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different teams are now going to be beating them to their compound of choice because these guys are potentially looting Severny a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Oops. I sound like angry. I was smashing my keyboard over here.
You see Alex and it looks like Maddie are trying to rotate in. Jason and Average Joe's now are passing by Severny as they got cut out. As you can see, Rocket taking shots. Can he get anything on him?
No way. No way it's going to happen there.
Not quite. Not quite. Now the question is, what's going to happen here with Robin God and his teammate? Are they going to spot out Jason? Yeah, but his Average Joe's going to rotate in. Is Jason coming in?
How YOLO is this? Oh, it's very, very scouted. No shots were taken. Did he see something that made him? He saw the UAZ. He saw the UAZ that was pulled up. Even if he doesn't get shot at, even if they're trying to go for this stealthy play, Jason's not going to fall for it. He's going to be going back over to the east. Although, all these teams are here early, and that's great and all, but he's coming across Alex GG. Now they're pulled up at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like Maddie might take some damage farm stream as they noticed him. But he gets away. Although he's starting to head towards Dark Dreams and Tazinator. So, as Dark Dreams has spotted him, taking some shots, unable to land anything substantial. However, he is going to take his car from him.
Yeah, it's going to blow up in a matter of seconds, I feel. Both vehicles are in quite a bit of danger. As is cover, too. Wait, hold on. Maddie might actually die here. Oh, my God, that was close.
As we see D-Rich taking out a member from Gin and Tonic kill feed. Oh, and it looks like Batty then as well. Did they finish up Gin? No. That's just one member. Mardones is still alive. Oh, have we learned nothing from last game? If you leave Mardones alive. Oh, and the bomb squad gets just decimated between Tazinator.
Hell of a late rotate, Trey. Hell of a late rotate. Trapped between two different teams. They both got M4s. It's essentially a squad gunning you down there as they all work together to get those kills.
Now it looks like, Alex G and Maddie have found Average Joe's.
Well, they're crashing the same compound. They were holding this together for a long time. Alex beating him to the second floor just barely. Although, Alex going for a play, barrel in hand at the front door, denies the res at the bottom. But no, Jason, no cheeky plays here. This is time to crawl away and drop his loot like a BM play. It's just gonna be him getting the res like nothing ever happened.
And Maddie all by himself over the shooting range with another team. He needs to be careful.
I don't know where his teammate is. Is he dead?
He's at the Maddie.
He's just in here alone. He's just in here alone.
Yeah. And now we have more teams trying to rotate in past Farm Stream and Tazinator and Dark Dreams.
No.
Orion GG is going to then take him out, but Farm is going to get the points there.
Like, this might look really ridiculous to see these teams continually driving by this open field with this compounds that are obviously occupied. But while Orion's and like just Taz and Dark Dreams, while their spot is very, very popular and always taken, Farm Stream spot is very rare to see this spot taken so early on. It can be really hard to leave here properly because you can't really protect your vehicles that well, and it's obviously awkward. It's one building in a bowl. But the reason these people are dying the way they are is because people are they're taking a risk by assuming this compound is empty. It's not. And then they die for it. It's happened a few times now.
If we look at the western part of Georgia, we have what looks like they have MFDX going to get shots.
That's a buggy right there. Astronaut is in a lot of trouble. He's got to
Yeah.
shoot for his life,
Oh,
but
no.
I think he's made enough distance here.
Oh, it's the broken down vehicles that save him.
Yeah, that bridge has a ton of cover on it, actually. It's not like those melee bridges. This bridge, it's actually even reasonable to hold, honestly. Oh, he dropped his boots. I know you can't see this, but as he was driving by, one of those two players in that buggy dropped their boots.
Fantastic. By the way, if we notice outside the blue, we still have Alex Penn's Twitter feed out there.
Hey.
Oh, looks like Average Joe. And finishes off. WFD.
One more squad wipes. That compound very, very strong, and it's one of those spots that you can definitely control the flow of movement around, because there's no spot that's really truly safe from it. You'll get a long avenue of a lot of shots here. We're seeing it again. Glory Jean almost getting taken down. As UAZ taking some hits as well.
They're gonna be able to finish him off.
Nah, he'll be. Okay, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
fine.
we started to say he'll be fine, and then man, it's Crop then started to prove us wrong. Sometimes players, I think they hear us, they're like, "Oh, really? He'll be fine." Okay.
Yeah. East side of the zone right now, looking real scary.
Yeah.
Cadets actually making their own rotate in, but they're gonna get spotted up by Farm Stream, who can't quite get another one of those kills. But I feel like the Cadets, it's insane they've been able to get as far as they have been with these vehicles.
Yeah, especially for how crowded it is in this area.
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna do?
Well, they got through the scary spot, honestly.
The scary spot
that has a lot of duos in it. The shooting range obviously wouldn't be up there, but they're on a relatively reasonable spot on the side of this hill. It's got some decent cover, and it's got even like a safe little plateau for their cars. Like, this is actually okay to sit on for now.
By the way, speaking of good spot, you have Bandy, Low, and D-Rich on the side of the bridge on George Pole.
Yeah.
There are three teams just south of them, yeah. Although Batty Low almost took a unlikely death, or an unnecessary death. But they are going to have...
For all these people in, like, South George in the crates right now, like, you don't even want to be fighting this. Like, this isn't going to be in 5 minutes. Right. So the fact that they're having to commit to this 50-50 team fight with people across the river with Mardones just slinking around in the crates, like, both of these teams are in... We'll call it a suboptimal spot right now.
And what's going to happen here with Lush? Oh, they're going to try to cross this bridge. Batty Low spots him.
Oh boy! Well, Lush is taking. He's going for the roadkill. He misses one. The second one misses as well. But Lush, his burning carcass of a car, is not going to make it over that hill. Hades will. I gotta appreciate the roadkill.
Yeah, but Hades able to get away with so little. The worst part for Hades is that it looks like he is about to run into Darth and then get taken out. Oh. What they couldn't finish. Darth said, "Hey, let me help you guys out." 303
Both
Sports.
players taking out the same way, but Batty Lol, he had two cars trying to run him over. Man, he's lucky to be alive right now. But the big story, because we talked about the crates for a sec there. Now those crates guys, they know that even if they win here, then they're gonna have a team actively gatekeeping them across the water. And actually, we're seeing a couple of shots being sent toward Batty Lol as a result.
Absolutely, they know that.
I actually like this play.
Dangerous. The moves that Batty Lol had there, I mean, like, it felt like he that was a matador.
Definitely some good serpentine maneuvers. And while they're shooting, other teams are in South George. The guys that they were fighting, they're rotating around them.
Yeah.
And they're actually going to have a free entry into the zone if they take the Eastern Bridge.
Jake able to barely get inside past Average Joe's and 3 other teams there.
Nice rotate. Nice rotate. He can get all the way to his shed pretty much in center zone. I think the Cadets are going to spot that and not go for it as a result here. Yeah. A lot of teams kind of scattered out here. There's no really one spot in the zone. Well, actually, as I say that, the south and the east sides are looking pretty scary. But the northwest side certainly is not safe either. Like, there's people all over the place here.
Yeah, we see the team just north of where 303 Esports is, right? We have mixed results. They noticed that the teams that rotated east past 303 now having come past them. Oh, and taking a position just north of them, they let them just get that position. Although Darth is up on the hill.
This split's pretty hard to work with. Like, Darth could have gotten pretty aggro here, but if he moves too far out from this hill, then a lot of the foliage it's covering up from the other angles and other third parties could take him out. So last thing he wants to do is take a 1v2 and then get third partied from it. That being said, Darth isn't going to be able to hold this on his own. So Styles, he's playing outside of his compound now, being like, hey, I can help out. But there isn't a great way for Darth to take this fight.
As we say that, we have quite a few fights coming across on the eastern side. We have Shimboy and Snakers trying to move into the shooting range with Maddie there.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had rotated there anyways for the most part and seen it. And now we have, it looks like, Zoro and getting pushed up on by Oldless and Tumas. And how is this gonna play? Are they aware? I mean, they have to be aware that his teammate died, that is no longer around.
I haven't seen what was going on before. There's a couple of cars parked. There's a bike between the buildings. Oldless trying to get an angle on the round to the right, but they're getting hit from a third party now from Shek and T-Sock. And there's also already farms from up the hill who are firing as well. So now this is 4 potential teams that Jase Onfroy know about. They don't want to overcommit anything.
Yeah, and you can see Oldless starting to creep up at that long throw, so I think he's farther back. I'm not sure if he wants to... Oh, is he gonna get it? Oh, and he's
play here. He gets
down
one.
To 2 HP with that grenade. And is he gonna be able to get the rest?
All right, only one player left alive. Third party brought Oldless down a little bit lower, but I think that they should be able to survive this. No first aid kits from Lowboy, barrel in hand, but oh my god, I didn't even have a second to see what was going on. I expected his screen, then he was dead. It was terrifying stuff right there.
Yeah. And now Zoro's going to have to move out. He's going to be able to get it. I wonder if he's going to be able to deal with it, or if he's going to try to just disengage.
He's taking a page out of, was it Tuomas?
Speaking of which, and that gin and tonic is wiped. As that, I believe, was that D-Rich or Batty Low that took him out. Or I wonder if he got taken out by the ring. And CPL are third place, right? Winners from last game. I just defended their shelter and the north part.
Yeah, good plays. I'm not sure what their placement is, but yeah, defending your spot. And this spot is very, very nice indeed here. Don't want anyone to be encroaching on your edge of the zone. If you can control a zone edge in a zone like this, there's trees everywhere. There's a lot of decent ridge lines. If you can keep that controlled, then it doesn't matter your position. You can maybe make a game out of something.
So take a look at the shooting range now. We have Dark Dreams and Taz having moved in. Close to... We still have Snakers here.
Yeah, I think he lost his teammate earlier. Yeah, just W up to the north. He's playing inside the shelter, so definitely not looking to take any names. He's trying to survive here. Maybe creep a little bit further into the zone. And he hears these frags, so he knows that shooting range is a couple of people inside of it that are looking for some kind of fight. Actually, that frag from Taz was very curious. I wonder what that was even aimed at.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if he can even know that, like
Snakers is so hidden right now.
Oh, speaking of which, let's take a look at on the west side. I'm sorry, where you have Alex Penn's Twitter feed. As they start to move eastward.
Yeah, they're gonna get hit in the back here soon by Natalia and Nix. Like these guys came from Millie. They're coming at the edge, and if they can take down Alex Penn's Twitter feed, oh, that sounds.
Yeah, exactly. They can take if they can get Alex Penn's Twitter feed shadow banned,
then they got this game, dude. They win.
This game is in the bag.
Oh man, and this is actually pretty good because they're getting really close. Penn is actually getting hit from a side, 2 different sides right now. Goes down. Actually, they just might die even without this third party.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be able to get this in time. Oh, he's got to hear. He's got it there. Yeah. He's got to see. Oh, the Thalia's getting hit, though. Unable to actually pinpoint where they might be. As he then turns tail and then hits it up. Oh, and as we see, it looks like Martin and Emmett, or M1, are pushing in.
This is going to get really ugly. I don't see how Penn survives this. Maybe they can get lucky. Maybe Natalia and Nick just kind of focus north all of a sudden for this third party. But unless they pre-smoke right now, which they have no reason to really, then they're going to be in so much trouble. Using this last of the smokes to retreat over to the east. But wait, there's no shots coming. Are they safe?
Looks like they've been safe for the time being, as no one has spotted them. I guess they're
just...
It's
a yike in the kill feed.
Yeah, oh goodness. As they start to push down south.
Wow. That's impressive. I'm surprised they're alive right now.
Yeah, they're taking shots now as they've pushed in a little bit too far. Oh, Roth takes a shot and then gets knocked shortly thereafter as they are now sandwiched in between three different teams. Yeah.
They're hanging on, but they got away from this cluster on the west side here as Natalia going down, Martin as well, bleeding out, so a trade going on there. And there's still a solo in the middle of all this, but it is going to be Nick who takes Gale down.
Oh, yeah, and he's now taking shots from from Alex Penn's Twitter feed. Is now taking shots back at the oppressors. Oh.
Let's not get too crazy with these.
Glory Gene. Glory Gene just in the middle, just biding his time. Comes out on top of it by finishing off.
I have seen so many solos make plays from that exact shed, whether it be classic Erangel, refurbished Erangel, whatever you want to call it, remastered Erangel. It's such a good spot because there's no real way or reason to push it. But it also lets you just play on foot very easily when you actually are able to like sort of survive just the windfall here.
So we have Chubba Wubba and Lubs pushing south, and just to the east of them they have Zeros and Roman God.
Yeah, they're still controlling some. There's a lot of trees between these guys, so even if a knock happens, they'll be very surprised if any sort of push comes in. Especially, they're both inside of the zone. The real thing I'm worried about are the teams that are outside of the zone right now, and specifically, we're seeing a lot of that in the southeast and south side.
Speaking of which, on the south side, we have Czech Shooter by itself getting Oldless.
Nice.
As he rotated down, Tomas was not. Oh, and then Czech Shooter pays for his troubles.
Third party.
Tomas wasn't close enough in order to help his teammate, unfortunately.
Styles and Darth are really good at being at the right place at the right time, or the wrong place at the wrong time for other teams. Just snagging up, a free kill here, a free kill there. Just watching all these really, really intelligent spots and being very good at avoiding head-on fights. That's a skill they're bringing with them into Wingman today as they start to approach the plane crash and looking around. On the entire south side of the zone, there's only solos around. There's no one that's going to be trying to actively fight them.
Speaking of head-on fights, it looks like Roth.
Oh, yeah.
The company are going to run into Astronaut and Piobula. Oh, and they do.
Oh.
Wow, just not prepared for.
Yeah,
unaware that anyone was even there because they spent so much time around that area before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roth had no idea. He was nowhere near cover, so a nice ambush there from Astro, Nata, and Pibola. As once again, these areas are very, very reasonable to rotate through, to fight through, but there is going to be a few more players on that west side for them to contend with.
Cia March is going to be taking out Guzier. And Chubba, what?
Both players.
Both.
Chubba.
I'm not sure if you saw his game the other night, but man, this guy had nade. Were so on point that you would think that he was getting lessons, from a pitcher or quarterback or something like that. That the clips, the highlights of him the other night, it was just every other one was almost Chubba Bubba.
Get NPL'd, idiot. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Northeast edge here is going to be the place to be, honestly. Like the northern side, very, very empty. The zone will slightly favor that here as we go into phase 6. A lot of players on the south side, especially a lot of solos here, can be forced to make their way in pretty much all around the plane crash.
So Orion GG and C and March are both rotating towards each other. And I wonder if they're going to spot it.
This is kind of scary, especially with Jake in the shed.
Yeah.
That's a little free
he spotted out. Dark Dreams has spotted Chubba Wubba.
Oh, good spray from Lobes. What an amazing play. Taz now stuck in a 1v2 versus some very good players. Creeps over, gets one, but Chubba with a trade.
Absolutely. Now, I wonder if he's going to be able to get... Oh, he's not, as Jake decides to step out of the building. And he's going to toss the nade. No, not quite. Not quite.
Jake has no idea how low Chubba is. If he knew he was one shot, he'd be going out super aggro here, but doesn't have that info. He's going to be going for a first aid.
How many nades does this man have?
This is his first fight, but that was his last nade. More smoke's coming out, but no, Chubba not having time for the res. You can't really blame him for that. Jake's putting out a lot of pressure here.
So Tazinator and ends up getting that kill. Now, if we look back on the western front, Glory Jean has drawn the ire of Astronaut.
Of everyone? Of everyone. There's a lot of people here. There's 5 different teams here on this side. Glory Gene does not want to be Glory Gene right now.
But mixed results now is going to look to third party this. As you see right there, it's able to get the knock on Astronauta. And ow. It
so
just puts on a clinic of how to third party a team in Wingman.
8th kill for mixed results, and there's more people coming soon. But mixed results has they know Glory Gene's here. They might overcommit. They will not predict another team being just over this ridge line. That being said, that team, they don't want to leave their trench line. They don't want to leave their cover. So they're just kind of waiting for mixed results to make a mistake, and they might not.
And it's our winners from last round, and we know how patient they can be.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. We'll see exactly what happens here. They do get taken down to mixed results. They're not going to get third party. This will be a head-on fight if it happens. If the ambush doesn't work, then mixed results will be fine going into this fight.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get taken out.
Nice ambush.
He tries to rotate in, and now you gotta wonder. Styles always gets spotted. Xavier's
not quite in. Oh, he's in trouble. He needs to find a knock right now. Great shots onto the player on the left. Xavier not going to be taken down. Will be brought down by suppression, though. Burke going for a first aid. Xavier holding him off while Styles moving up from tree to tree.
And now they're getting concerned about being third party, being shot from the backside because of how long this interaction is taken.
And
they're able to
get it. Not gonna.
Now with 2 kills, our winners from last game find themselves in a good position.
This is a good spot, yeah.
It is just 4 solos and them as the last teams. Now,
but they're not in a spot to like really take control of this game. Like they can definitely creep in, they can sort of take their time and move on in. But they, this isn't high ground. They don't have information on what's going on in the rest of the game. As they begin to move out from it and wrap their way into the zone, like they're just kind of hoping that these solos are inactive.
Chubbawubba gets himself some new armor. As he takes
what did he leave behind?
Like a gander in the drop.
A Groza. Okay.
Although I wonder if he's gonna switch it out.
He's thinking about it. He's really thinking about it.
He went back in there, yeah. As I say that, on the south side, we have Tomas getting dangerously close to within the striking distance of Xavier and Burke here. Although he just says to lay down.
Shouldn't be moving too far. Like this is good cover. He's got a ghillie. Like there's a lot of reasons why he shouldn't be taking fights.
He's got a level 3 helmet, right? He's got good stuff. He's got good smokes. Got 2 nades and a Molotov. He's in a good position here.
If anything, it's just a little bit strange how UMBR is playing this. Like obviously, from what we've seen before, like they're a relatively passive team. They're willing to wait for the exact right moment to strike, but right now they don't have any reason to believe in any right moment. They don't have much information at all. Which, they don't know everyone's a solo. So they're kind of waiting for their duos to make their plays. But the person that is going to make a play is going to be a solo in the form of Chubba retreating.
Yeah. The only person actually moving is Chubbawubba. He's the only person rotating around this. Although Jake now has decided to leave
he has to.
his seashell, if you want to call it. He's like a crab that has to change his shell.
What? Wait.
What? No, I'm sorry. What's the? Is it the horseshoe crab? I can't remember what. Oh man.
Oh no, I can't remember
the name of it. I'm sorry.
Oh no! What? It's not an oyster.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get this out.
We're not getting this. No. I mean, snails have shells, but they're not like sea creatures. Whatever. Phase 8. Nothing too crazy here, but all of our solos will have to move ever so closer. None of them are just allowed to stay stationary.
Yeah, I wonder if Burke heard Chubbawubba move up.
Oh, I doubt it. It's really far. That's really far. There's no way.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think that Burke would be playing closer to the back of the shed if he did try and get a better better hearing here. Like proning is very loud, but it's not that loud. But he might hear him soon because Burke has no real. Well, I mean, Burke is probably going to stay in the shed for a long time, and if he does, then Chubba is almost going to be forced into him.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the map here, we don't have anyone hardly in it. That's why you see Xavier, crawling in, because he'd be the only one. Now we see Chubbawubba, he is stood up. He's now making his way slowly in.
He's definitely giving that shed respect. He knows that someone could be and is probably in there. So if they hear him, Giving your enemies any information is bad. Although Tuomas on the south side, he's actually he spots Xavier and instantly takes him down. Burf with an instant reaction trying to take him down. Chuba gonna be using all this information as well, but Xavier cannot be healed. He cannot be saved. 1v1v1v1v1 to end
and
this
he almost got Burke, and I wonder now if Chuba Wubba is going to be able to see him. Oh, not quite.
Oh, he's just under the ridgeline. I'm not sure if it's gonna matter. The Tuomas with the frag. Oh, but can't quite get there.
Oh, and Thomas takes out our reigning winners. Now it's just a 1v1v1v1.
Well, if you thought this game was going to slow down before, then we got 4 solos playing 4 corners here. So technically, Tuomas has the high ground, but he just made a lot of noise. Zoro grounds. He could get a flank there if he wanted to, but that's not going to happen. Everyone's just going to chill out, smoke up, and prone into the zone. It's going to be up to some snapshots here at the end of the game as we get into it there. But also, important to note, Tuomas, all 3 gear. Chuba, all 3 gears. Zoro with 1 gear and 2 gear, and Jake with 2 gear. So slight advantage up to those level 3 armors.
Yeah, and if remember spotted, what was it, Zoro in zone 3 all by himself still managed to make it this far. Good play by him.
Far.
Oh, and that rock, it's just blocking Thomas from Chuba Boba, but he spotted him out.
Oh,
and finishes him. Impressive.
Level 3 armor. That was insane spray.
Yeah. Chuba Bubba.
Chuba actually has some good cover around him as well. Like, he has no reason to think it's open, but the ridge line to his left is protecting him from Jake. He can smoke up to these trees. Zoro's cover is arguably better, but he's very close to Jake. That fight's gonna be forced before, I think, Jake versus Chuba.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I mean, he sees the smoke down there. Is he gonna?
Oh, Chuba slow walking over toward Jake. Might be able to spot or hear him soon. Chuba's being incredibly active here in this end game. It's actually kind of giving me anxiety, but it's gonna work out. He gets 2 kills from it, dude. This guy's insane.
And I wonder if Zoro's gonna spot him out. Oh, Zoro does, but
so
not
greedy.
quick enough.
He goes for the loot when he has 3 armor, but he has no grenades. I guess he could have used those. Oh, but his cover is dissipating. He has nothing to work with. But the spray!
Oh, he's able to
spray from Zoro! It doesn't work out!
Oh,
there it is.
But then it does. He just needed to get warmed up a little bit from, playing it cool the whole game.
There you go.
Gaming.
Where were they going? Where was Dai Dai? Dai Dai Gaming was in 26th place with 2 points going into this game. They desperately needed that win to get back into this.
By all means, and they, even though it's a 1-kill win, that's 11 points. That
oh my god, are you serious?
Desperately needed.
So is that a 1-kill win?
1-kill win. That the last kill.
Oh my god!
Because L&D was eliminated very quickly at the beginning of the game, and so, I mean, he did what he had to do. He played it out and he waited, and he got the win. He turned a very early loss with 0 kills potentially. 0 points into goodness gracious.
All right, well, it sounds like you have a call to take, so we're gonna be taking a quick break. When we come back, another angle game, we come in and get you guys soon. We'll see you then.
And we are back. We are back once again, going to Angle. And that's Theo, did you take a look at the leaderboard? I haven't gotten a chance.
Refreshing them right now, and it looks like after all of that, Cadets are still in the lead by a slightly larger margin. Looks like Alex Penn's Twitter feed, despite sneaking out sneaking out of literal hell on the west side of that zone, was not quite enough to net them any points. For the most part, all that game did was even out the scores a little bit, which I think is something that this lobby desperately needed.
Oh, absolutely. As you pointed out beforehand, it was kind of lopsided, as you were telling us before. So I understand. I mean, me and you obviously want that, right? Considering that the games we did earlier today were like, no, I mean, wanting to be evened out. Me and you wanted to be evened out, right?
Yeah.
So, like, especially considering how today's games went with the EU and CIS region, right? And it was really exciting at the end of it, coming down to the wire, the last 2 games, and obviously that's something that you want to see.
Yeah, of course. You want the narrative to be like a healthy competitive one, and not just one team curb stomping everyone else into the ground. That gets old after 12 games. That goes on after 6 games, and luckily that is not what we were seeing here in the slightest. However, the flight plan that we have going into this game is I mean, game one zone was obviously awkward as hell, and game number two's flight plan, Pachinki is kind of hard to get to, and you can't get to anything east of Pachinki. You can't really get to anything north of it either. It's gonna be really hard to get to places like Rozhok, Iznaya, Milta Power, Lepovka, and these are spots that a lot of teams call home. Gonna be seeing a lot of long drops, I feel, in the farm area, but this time it's, I guess, reasonable.
Yeah, absolutely. And what was it? Is it the last team that dropped out? Is that 303 Esports? Is it Batty and D-Rich? So they're going to go to Novo.
They got themselves a free Novo, dude. They're fine. If you get a free spot in this flight plan, you're feeling good.
Got themselves a free Novo, like they won in like a radio contest. And they've got themselves a free Novo.
I used to be told a lot by my college professors that I should get a job in a radio broadcast. Never really thought about that.
My dad said the same thing. He's like, but not talking, like just working on it.
Is that a burn?
And he was like, because you're good with technical stuff. And I was like,
what about like a computer science guy? Like, what about an engineer?
Yeah. I guess maybe not. And my dad used to say that
that smart.
You're my third favorite son out of both of them. So I mean, clearly they're okay. So if we look down at military base, that we have Natalia clearly in a dangerous position. Yeah.
Do they have a gun? They do have a 6x scar and an AK. Ooh, the Kansas sight on. Oh, they're already dead. The Kansas sights are. Ugh. I'm not a fan of them, but they work. They work. Karmazy with a vector and Landu with the M4. These guys are looking for blood. They ain't looking. They're not even looting. They're looking for Natalia, and they're gonna get what they want.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Oh man.
Oh, they just ran just past. What are they?
No way. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, and he gets it. Oh, almost getting both. Almost.
They did so good, but Nick is just too far away. But Landoon, he's hoping that the other team isn't closer. His team is going to be dropping him a first aid for the heal. This is going to give time for Nick Azera to actually close the gap, take this fight, maybe even flush Karmzy. Landon hears him though.
Yeah, he gave that extra time. Takes a few shots. Now he knows kind of where he is.
This is really tense. Landoon beginning to tease the res. Nick be taking his time here. Has to go all in into this garage to actually contest this res. Karmzy will get up in the meantime.
He's gonna get the heal off. Oh, and he just missed being seen as he runs in there. But he's spotted once again.
No frags, no Molotovs. This is only gunplay here. And at this point, both players getting their heals off. This is eventually gonna benefit Daniel Ricciardo in the long run. Oh, but here we go. Vector in hand. Karmzy's ready for it. And he's ready to die.
He gets one.
That was slow.
Oh, and he gets them both. Wow. What?
That should not have happened. I mean, great stuff from Nick Azera to survive that. But that push was not coordinated.
Wow, that should not have happened. That's going to be my autobiography when I get older. The title of it. That should have not happened.
That should not have happened.
I'm looking at Northern Georgia as we see that Snakers has caught a peek of Tazinator and Dark Dreams. They rotated north. Are they going to be able to get it? Not quite. They are able to get away.
A lot of teams have to make a decision right around now. Which side of the river do we want to be on? It's right. I would say like 60-40 for north to south, I would say, where it ends up by the mid game. It could go even longer, like we've said before. Land ratio is no longer a thing. It could even stick along the river for all that we know. But yes, a couple of teams might want to make their stand, make their call early. And
speaking of
making a stand, north, then you got to go now.
If you look just south of farm, right, just south of farm, we have Doro.
Oh God, they dropped here. They're still fighting.
I mean, I don't even know if they're fighting. I haven't seen much. Maybe
they're chatting. Maybe they're chilling. Oh, they got guns. They ain't chilling. Oh, but I think that at this point, Zoro and LND, who I thought was Landoon actually, but it's definitely not. There aren't two Landoons. They will be disengaging off the northeast. So without any audio or visual confirmation, Byrish and Waiku's will not be able to figure this out until it is almost certainly too late. Although as I'm looking around, I don't think these guys have any power spawns to work with either, which is not optimal.
And then as we notice that, looking at the bridge, you have Batty scouting it out, D-Rich behind him, bringing a vehicle up, making sure that there's no one else around, trying to make sure that they don't get ambushed here.
They get the only car within like a 1 kilometer radius here as they continue on.
Oh, it looks like they have 2 vehicles.
Oh, well, that's even juicier.
They better hope that the other teams don't get jealous, you know?
Yeah, well, definitely will be some desperate shots coming out from those 2 teams we were just looking at here if that does get sniffed out here.
They're being very cautious here looking for that. You see D-Rich moving up, taking aim, looking, scouting, and then letting Batty.
I feel like you play like this if you're wondering if you're getting like sniped, if like someone is specifically targeting you. This is like hyper conservative from 303.
Oh, and as I say there, it looks like Xavier gets taken out by Snakers and Shimboy. They're
fighting. Out of a car.
Yeah. Tries to get across. Now it looks like our cautious winners down to 1 player.
Yeah, they decided to go across, and they did pay for that. It's not like rotating in your car is just free. It is come with a very small amount of risk.
Oh, and we need to be careful here as... Oh, we have Farm Stream then. Did they decide to then leave because they saw the vehicle? They wanted no part of that as they got close to Berg. And now the things are not going well for them in the vehicle. What are they doing here now? They decide to come back?
They must have smelled something was wrong. They're willing to take a 1v2 that they believe this is. Burke, frag does not go at the right place at all. It's on his own balcony. No way they can get there. Burke falling back to his back room in the 2nd floor already. Farm, there a little bit of time will clear all of this. And Burke does have a lot of windows to play off of. Oh! Nice frag in. Doesn't get him, but good suppression by HVZ to make sure his teammate doesn't get taken down here for free.
And we see, HVZ trying to push up, trying to move in, wondering where. Getting that peek.
Good angle.
Way to hold it.
Slow peek.
Way to hold it as opposed to just throwing a nade in there, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised that worked out for them as well as it did. Peeker's advantage is a hell of a drug in this game. So getting taken down on a peak from an angle that's being held like that, like you have to go down really quick. I'm surprised that the player in the back room there, I already forgot his name because I'm dumb, I guess. But I'm surprised he wasn't like instinctively going for a quick peek.
Oh, and we are missing some action on the backside as it looked like Borg then getting a knock on check shooter and getting the flush. His teammate Tzok trying to disengage and take the long way around Corey.
Oh yeah. They're both playing in that town. Looks like that ambush from WBB actually ended up working out in their favor. Check can be going down early this game. And here we go. Phase one's gonna be triggering soon. Which side of the river are we going on? Or is the river gonna be the game? It's not as awkward as it used to be. You know, water's a lot more reasonable than back in the day when land ratio first existed. But still, no one likes the river ending.
Yeah, and if we look at north, we got Lobes and Chubba Bubba that are taking shots.
Going south.
And they've actually decided to relocate as they don't like that approach because of Luthug and T-Plants.
Well, real reason because of the zone here. Phase 2 went south, so they have no real reason to push the issue continuing down that north side if they have to go south anyway. So they're going to be going back around where they came from, hoping it's clear, which it kind of is. But that'll give them a better entry into the Phase 2 zone for sure.
Oh, and as I say that, we got two teams moving right past. So we got Average Joe's is able to get some shots, but it looks like it was Jin and Tog.
Oh, what is going on here? Hold on, I'm going back to It's Crop from the Average Joe's boys. There's a 3-way team fight going on here between Crop, OMDB, and the Penn boys.
Yeah, he threw that grenade off the top of the bottom of the roof that hit. Getting hits on the house that it really needed to be on the player in that spot.
Third party. Coming in from behind, Martin going to be taking Blitz down. Pasa, who is going in for a push, is now going to be going in to try and keep his team in this game. Penn, they're just sitting pretty. They probably even heard Pasa go into this room. Maybe, actually, Crop definitely did as well. heard him go into that building next door. So definitely
Yeah,
a precarious position between these two solo players, and Penn just kind of lording over it all, waiting to see if there's a spot they can react to properly.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to be able to take this, or they're going to push it at all, or decide to disengage or just wait.
They might react to a fight.
Oh.
Probably not going to try and take control of an awkward one like this, though.
It's Crop. Throws a nade. Quite able to get it. Oh, through the window.
Crop almost dying there. Oh, in the meantime, Penn getting crashed on the low ground. 2v2 coming on here. Roth holding the back already. Will not get run. Oh, but he will get gunned down. Leaving only Pax inside to hold him off. Holy, they just both got gunned down.
Wow. And I wonder if they know that anyone else is in the houses just west of them.
Oh, almost certainly not. They would not expect it either.
Well, see, it's Crop. He's trying to reposition himself outside the house in hopes that he can get this. Boston now moving. Throwing a grenade. He still thinks he's inside.
Good reposition, wasting Pasa's resources. Now, the low ground team Borg, they know what's going on now.
They've been alerted.
So it depends on how they want to play that. Like, there's no way that frag was meant for them. This has to be a third party that they can get going here. So we'll see how they end up wanting to treat this.
Absolutely. Pasa could have almost sealed his fate with that nade. Inadvertently.
Well, they're still okay. Borg doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They're more than content to slow play after risking their lives in a crash in phase 2. For a compound that really is a surprising target to crash, actually, I'm looking at it. A very, very strange one right there.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely a strange one to have. Yeah. Looking at the map here, we can see that places got crowded. We look at the ruins as quite a 3, 4, and then you have water, another team in there.
Ooh, yeah. Lowboy sharing a compound with another team as well. And phase 2 is with the Pops, so we'll be seeing how strong the spot that is. Oh, it goes back north. Oh boy, this is gonna get ugly.
This is gonna get real ugly, and we still hit. And actually, you know, the rotation by 303 Esports by D-Rich and Betty Lowell actually looks to be a smart one, as they have gone north of the river, taking the long way around, and that's going to probably pay off for them, as there's not a whole lot of teams there.
I mean, I'll call it lucky. Like, they didn't know where the zone was gonna go in phase 2. Like, they made a call, and it ended up working out for them. And honestly, it's not. I guess it's not really that lucky or unlucky. It's like the zone likes to keep something in play to cut it in half. Right now, that thing is the river. So making that play, they're now alone on the northeastern side, because a lot of these players, they're used to classic Erangel, where it's like, okay, one of these two sides of the river has to be the thing. Has to be forced out. It has to be like, I see that I'm either on it, I'm on the right side or the wrong side. But with this new Erangel, sometimes there's no right side. Sometimes you're just in the zone, and the zone stays in the water.
Absolutely. Oh, we have a team up on top of the mountains here, and they are just getting an eyeful from it. Although, as you've pointed out before, you gotta be careful being alone up here, because it's so easy for a team to just push up on you without you knowing, because there's just so much ground to cover.
That's usually done a lot more when Everest is a focal point. When it's late like this, I would be a little bit surprised. That being said, Krop, he's been known to make some plays like that, and he might end up pushing them eventually, as he just arrived on the west side of Everest. Alex UG and Maddie 50 making the way over there.
Now we see in ruins here. We got what looks to be Patron. He has gotten quite close to Darth and Styles to mix results. For sure. Yeah, he's definitely creeping. Trying to help out his
Darth
teammate.
might know he's kind of slow walking here as well, making sure that he isn't being too loud. Glorygen makes a lot of noise here, actually, on the right side.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a... Yeah, Darth actually heard that for sure, which is a pretty big mistake.
Absolutely heard that.
Oh, Darth making a lot of noise himself. Patron potentially getting a knock here. Oh, I think this is going to be it.
Oh, he gets taken from... It's taken from behind as Patron flanked. Glorygen keeping his attention.
Yeah, Glorygen still on low ground. Patron on the far side. Styles is I think that stealth at this point isn't really an option here. He begins getting fragged as well. Doesn't even flinch as the frag brings him down to 16 HP. Patron to be in this window here soon.
And
frag.
That's gonna send
him in.
Yeah. Well played.
The thing is that Styles is like moving around ever so slightly. If you're that close, crouch walking, slow walking, it will make so much noise if you're listening for it. So even though he didn't flinch at the explosion, still heard him just reposition and said, all right, I'll check another frag in there. I know the first one hurt you a little bit.
Oh, let's man, we have a lot of teams on that south side as the new circle pops, and it centers around the river, as you see
Garbage
there.
boys.
Yeah, and I mean, Mountain. Look how many teams you have on there now. It was 4 until I guess Maddie and Alex decided to leave in that situation. Got the bomb squad had it pretty easy so far, and cadets have not moved for what has been a significant amount of time.
Yeah, Cadets Compound is looking to be one of the stronger in the game, only really rivaled by the Garbage Boys, Owen Bear and Jake. Those are the 2 spots that are going to be almost impossible to deal with unless you go for a hard crash. Probably your best odds there. But everyone else, there's a ton of people taking it with the Ruins. Everest is looking to be a focal point in the game soon as well. And even beyond, there's even more fights breaking out here on the east side as well. There's just a lot of people alive in this phase of the game.
And Chubba Wubba is able to get a knock and a flush. Average Joe's is eliminated by Lush as he goes down. And on the south side, we have Coda and his teammate, and the X, looking to suppress oppressors. And they do. As Oldness and Tomas make their way up because that interaction took way too long and has drawn their attention.
Great reaction there from Tuomas and Oldless. There is a potential third party with the frag right on Dakota, bringing him down quite low. The second one might do him in. I think he's not far enough away, but no, it's a shot in the back from Byresh that takes him down from Just W.
Wow.
Tuomas and Oldless almost certainly heard those shots, and now these guys are going to be running in parallel to each other toward the zone. Sooner or later, that fight's going to break out. The only question is when.
Absolutely. The only question is when. And if they're going to run into each other now. But up top of Everest, you have here, you got 2 teams coming in contact. You have Lush, and you hate. And
Lush
they're going
no idea.
Borg.
Ooh, Paraka putting on a clinic. 1 knock, brings the second player down, doesn't even take a scratch. That fight really had to go that well, too, because, look, they're on the edge of the zone. If they take too much damage or that fight slows down, Alex and Maddie shoot him in the back, but they're both ready and raring to fight. They have decent odds against.
They have rotated around to the complete opposite side of the mountain and decided to come up and try to have a go at it with whoever is up top here. They were on the complete west side, the farthest west side team, mountain-wise, and then they have rotated all the way around. I believe Maddie hears the vehicle. Yeah, he definitely hears the vehicle. Spotted out.
Oh, thank you, Alex GG. Nutty play with the 249. Paraka will actually dismount from his vehicle. He definitely had the meds to blue sync if he wanted to, but he's just going to be taking the fight instead of disengaging.
Yeah.
Usually we see the opposite happen.
Yeah, Maddie and Alex GG then leaving. I guess.
Oh, that's a little insane. Yeah, Paraka's dead though, dude.
Wow.
Whoa! You're not supposed to win that fight, dude. Oh, but he's gonna die to the blue, I think.
Yeah, Maddie sprayed But can he get the res? I don't think he's gonna be able to. I don't think so.
Well, Maddie was AFK for about 5 seconds after dying, so it's definitely not a way that you're gonna get to your teammate if you just kind of give up after you go down. Alex GG will be able to make his way into the zone, but he's receiving some fire now from the north.
We have 3 teams here in danger. We got Patron TV, we got Armstream, and then we have Just W just outside trying to push in. And as that happens, the cadets take care of the bomb squad as they move in.
Cadets compound just got insane.
Yeah.
They have really, really good terrain to take down everyone coming in from the south side. Speaking of the south, though, you're kind of talking with them a second ago. Just W, they're in a great position to win this the fight to end ownership of Ruins here, gatekeeping all of it.
Yeah. Although cadets keep finishing people, and as we say that, it looks like LNDS was taken out by M1.
Yep, I think that Cadets was able to get one of those knocks, and he pushed into this building, and he was able to finish that team off. So a little bit of a third party coming in there.
Chubba Bubba and Lobes, are they swimming across? They're swimming across. towards the ruins here.
Yeah, that's really reasonable, actually. Water, wasn't as bad as before. A lot of other players that are around are kind of focusing on what they're going to do. This is not a spot I would really watch myself, but now they will be spot out by Owen Bear, who actually is going to get taken down from another player from 303.
Yeah.
That was the player shooting in the back. These guys have free entry to the zone, potentially.
Yeah, that was an excellent play. Patience pays off for 303 Esports. D-Rich getting the kill on Owen Bear, and now they have decided to move back. Are they going for their vehicles, or... Oh, is it too far out? Oh, D-Rich is still going to go for it. D-Rich is still going to go for it, and as I say that... Uh-oh, now we go back over to Chubba Bubba.
Yeah, he's got eyes on YQ's already, lining up the ambush, waiting for the right moment. Lobes as well. He's focusing on the solo as well, so 2 different players from that same team taking 2 different fights here. Chubba,
oh, but wait too long.
turned on!
Lobes, and now is going to have to retreat. Oh, as that happens, Jake takes out Lobes, and they're done with it. Oh, D-Rich is now moving in to the Wizard's Tower.
Good spot for them. That's actually surprising they're able to claim that under the noses of garbage. They should be able to claim this for quite a long time. Those frags are going to be very hard to land through those windows.
And I don't think that would have happened if they hadn't have taken out Owen Bear. If Owen Bear and Jake had both been there, I think that they probably
But Jake, they're still trying to control space across the river. 2 players in the Wizard Tower is a pretty big risk. It's understandable to go for, and that was just mostly just an insane play from 303 to take the spot.
Yeah, and we see Cadets now taking some shots at Taz as he tries to rotate over that hill, but he's not going to be able to get it. And as that happens, Snakers gets dealt some damage. He's going to have to heal up. Look, that's
he's going to heal up, but they also have to find a new way into this zone here. Their compound is finally no longer in play. And at this point, there isn't really any too strong compounds besides Emmy's Wizard Tower, which we saw come into play a long time ago. He's been pretty quiet, but now this might be his time to take control of this game.
Yeah, now that Wizard Tower, D-Rich and Batty Lowell is going to play a big part here, because you gotta have all 4 of those guys going to have to get across, right? And who knows how else they might have line of sight on.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Emmy kind of in charge of keeping both the Cadets and 303 out. If 303 decide to go for their cars at the right time, that might be a good way across. But if they try to walk it, they're going to attract a lot of attention.
Tazan here gets in a vehicle, and the Cadets will just not leave him alone. They are not letting that go as he drives his vehicle into the water to get across. He's got 17 HP.
That might work, as long as he doesn't drown.
Unless, oh yeah, Goose is gonna see him. VHZ lovers.
Oh no.
He's gonna have a line of sight.
Oh no, I think Taz might have spotted him as well. Yeah, Taz can see him from under the water. Makes a play. He goes for it. He goes. Oh, what's going on?
What? Not quite
what?
able. Oh,
that was weird. That was weird.
That was very weird.
Must have been some water shenanigans going on with his weapon. Very unfortunate way to be going out there.
And Lowboy then tries to take the fight. He gets a knock. Why
Wait, he's still alive? I thought he was dead. That's insane that he's even taking this fight and winning it.
Is he gonna... Oh no, this looks like a bad situation. No!
That was insane.
That little lip that Beersh was on was just enough to keep him from being able to hit Lowboy. With 3 HP, getting the wipe. Wow.
Oh, that oof. You definitely just got to kind of take the crouch there and go for the Pika's advantage that you have. Lowboy, though, very impressive play. I thought he was dead a while ago, but he's actually the one that takes control of the southeast side. And now, with that duo being dead, the only duos that are left are not in great spots in the zone right now.
One of the duos is taking shots from Jake, and the other is having to swim past Guzziera, who is himself under the bridge in the water.
Batty's gonna die unless D-Rich makes a play. Jake's gonna be hard peeking Batty. Rich making it under the bridge. But I think that Batty, if he doesn't get shot, he might just drown.
I don't know if Jake's gonna be able to do it. He doesn't quite have the eyesight, if you're looking at it. Now the question is, do they know Guzziera is right here?
There was someone. D-Rich is spending a lot of time looking at the east side of that bridge. But as the next zone pops, I think that this is barely playable for 303 if they just Yeah, the rock in front of D-Rich, I think, is barely playable, so they can still kind of chill out here, but it's going to get awkward if they don't make some kind of space for themselves.
And Gazir could play spoiler. They have no clues back there. He's just treading water. Oh, now he starts to move. I wonder if they can hear.
I don't think that swimming makes noise. I don't think it does. I'm not sure.
He might get away scot-free here. Oh, and cadets start to rotate in.
Oh, that's a play. They're a duo. There's not alive. I think they're one of the only duos left, and they're one of the only ones that can actually have a little bit of freedom right now, as Emmy is kind of getting sieged by some grenades from someone there. Snaker's making his own stop there. Shinboy continues toward that fire happening on the east
Lowboy gets taken out by Alex.
Going down.
Emma's trying to get a thing. Oh, it looks like Batty is pushing around, looking underneath the bridge, trying to see. I feel like he knows or heard somebody there as he's holding that angle.
Yeah, he's definitely aware of it, or at the very least just covering it. Grisera, he is a long way into the zone. He essentially has to either push through 3 or cross this road. Neither of them are winning propositions for him in the slightest, but oh my god. He's just behind, snaking in at just the right time. Is this actually going to work? How do you even make this play? Was that based on audio alone?
I have no clue. I have no clue. That has to be audio and luck, right?
It wasn't visual. It must have just been audio plus a humongous brain.
And they are both looking for Jake after he took shots.
Oh man, Zera now has to decide if he wants to take shots or survive.
I don't even know if he knows where they went. Is he up higher and he's kind of exposed right now? Oh, he definitely sees him. Definitely, this is a bad way.
He returned it. Maybe. Oh, he whipped around for a second. Oh boy, this is tense.
This is really tense as he's going to creep up. He could be spotted by if he's not. Oh no! Now I think he's just over the lip, just enough.
Oh yeah, definitely enough over the lip here. Phase 8 gonna pop. Kind of more of the same, but a lot. No, every person's piece of cover right now is not in play here. Oh. Play together, boys. Play together. D-Rich taking some shots. Batty. Is he making a play? Oh, he barely makes it. Jake's trying to get the kill steal on the down player, but it's not gonna work. Does he have any frags? No, he doesn't.
Just enough cover. He's not gonna be able to. He can't. Oh, Batty, don't move too much. He's able to get that res.
Okay.
He's able to get that res. Impressive. And we see that. Oh, we got on the opposite side. We look at cadets. They have moved around and found Alex GG. And French Frogs are out in 5th place.
Nice play from the cadets, just kind of taking care of one part of the zone at a time. With him going down, they now have access and a wall to put their backs against here on the south side of the zone. Coincidentally, it is also high ground with some of the only solid cover in it. This is a game-winning play from cadets.
Emma1 in the Wizard Tower.
They've known he was there for a while. It's just a question of can he even make it out. There's some hard cover he can work with on the outside, but not much is left. The shed on the outside is all but destroyed. Even if it was functional, cadets could easily spray that down.
Yeah. Oh, now Snakers has spotted D-Rich on the far side, landed a shot, but not going to be able to get any more as he ducks back behind cover.
So the smoke's going to be crucial here for 303. They're beginning to push toward Jake. We'd rather take a 2v1 than a 1v1. Got to clear their backs as well. Will it work? Jake's going to hear it coming.
Jake taking damage. Oh.
Snakers.
Snakers then stealing the kill.
I'm not sure if that was just a kill steal. I think D-Rich definitely did not have that figured out. That is going to give 303 a breath of life, a chance going into this game. Getting those heals off of cadets, moving up their high ground, looking to take control of center zone here.
And now it's a 2v2v1.
How many smokes does Emmy have?
He has tons.
4. He is ready.
And 3 grenades too.
That's a dangerous cocktail right there. That's a way to get a couple of double kills.
Batty has 3 smokes. D-Rich has none. Now let's take a look at Snakers. Oh, did he just get that drop? Yes, he did. Now he's got 4. He's got 4 smokes, 2 mollies, and a nade, and he's got level 3 armor, all new. And Shinboy has 3 smokes. Oh, that looks like it's gonna be.
Oh, everyone's just bullying the solo. Shinboy's gonna get it. 7th kill for them versus the 2 from 303.
Oh, and then the grenade rings out. Oh, and Batty Low is down from that grenade.
Destroyed. through 4 different smoke clouds. D-Rich gets brought to 1 HP from gunfire, and Batty Lol goes down from a frag.
D-Rich now is in trouble. He needs to get some kind of knock here with a grenade. Oh,
is this it? Oh, that was a Molotov. More Molotovs, D-Rich. Oh my god, Batty Lol walking into the fire. Shinboy almost going down from a spray from D-Rich.
Oh,
but repeak, the first shot killed.
Not quite able to get the knock when he had the chance. And they go down in second place. The Cadets getting their second win of the day with 9 kills.
Shinboy's first shot out of that cover was a headshot. When he was wrapping around the smoke, that was so good from the Cadets there to end that game. And at this point, that's going to solidify their spot in first place. They're first place going into this game.
Yeah, that was so impressive. And on that note, we will take one last break right before we go into the last game of the day. Not the last game of the finals, last game of the day, because there are 12 games, so you have 6 more. And we are back for the last game of the day, for Game 6. Not the last game of the finals, just the one of the day. And Ben, have you had a chance to look at the leaderboard?
Refreshing it right now as we speak, my good man.
Refreshing it right now as we speak. A good man. You hear that, Dad? I'm
Make
a good
bet.
man.
Who's in first place?
Someone, Cadets?
Yeah, it's pretty much looks like our EMEA leaderboard. If you ignore the Cadets, they're in first place with a 24-point lead over second place. Beyond that, second, third, fourth, it's all reasonably distanced from each other. Besides that first place position, it's going to take a really bad set of games on the next set of on the next set of days, for them to get out of this first place spot.
Well, I mean, if we've learned anything from PGC, it can be done, right? It can be done.
Indeed.
Anything
That was to get to the middle of the pack there. That wasn't to get first place. Oh my god. What actually, I'm curious. Between first and 15th. 15th has 14 points. And first has 58 points. God, what a gap.
I feel like that sounds about right, you know? I feel like PGC has similar gaps.
I think it was actually pretty balanced most of the time.
Oh, between first and 14th? You're talking about like first and second.
Well, if you were talking about PGC, it would be first and 7th because there's twice as many teams. Twice as many teams in here.
Not for the 12. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's true.
A 40-point gap between first and 7th in the squads event would be insane as well.
Yeah, it would be. Although there was that one day with 4 a.m., right? They had more points in 6 games than some teams had in 12.
Yeah, 4 a.m. are pretty good at the video game. They're pretty good. A lot of people figured that out that day.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 2 people
that didn't already know.
Oh, we have 3 teams that are close to hospital. We have the bomb squad. Uh-oh. And it looks like, of course, Dom is barely going to make it out with a vehicle and his life. So that's good.
Oh, but hold up. Q Soda gonna be going for the push on to Narvasic. M16 burst in hand, holding on the left side of this propane tank. SKS was M16 at point blank range, and every day you see a hot drop like this. I'm favoring Coda though, but no, it's gonna be a couple of shots from Timao Ipumba that takes him down. He lost his buddy early on. He doesn't have too much to lose here. What can he get done here?
Yeah, MFX spots him.
5 HP here.
Spots him out of the window. Got the iron. Oh, now he picked up a scope. He's got the holoscope on. What's he gonna do here? Gonna continue to loot a little bit. Maybe get that Uzi.
Uzi is the play. If they have this low HP, only need to land 1 shot here.
Uzi is the play.
I hate M16 at CQB anyway, even though it is technically pretty good. Wrapped on the side, Narco knows where to look. Jump peek around. 1 headshot could take MF out of this game. He's only got a hat on. Wait, that's a helmet. That's my mistake. You know, actually, this is really bad here. Yeah. That's really bad.
Yeah. Back and forth they go, and he makes it out. Get the kill, but now down a teammate. So, you know, what is it really worth? And we see, oh, it looks like you got Cadets. They are heading north. Oh, as we say that, Terror from Bomb Squad is now taking shots. MFDX.
Yeah.
He's going to try to finish off that team.
He's going to be heading up to the warehouses potentially here. There's a little bit more loot. He's probably going to spot the cadets as they make their way toward the Georgia pool crates. Cadets having almost nothing there as they make their way in. But yeah, doesn't matter too much.
Got a tire shot out by Tetra.
Oh, that bike is busted. That's so bad for him. He's
like
he's not in the zone right now.
Hopefully he'll be able to find some cars, that spawn around George. Normally there typically are a few. Fingers crossed.
Definitely a little spooky for them.
I was wondering why he was driving so slow to get to the warehouse. I thought he just slowed down because he saw the cadets. But no, it's because
impressive he even made it here at a busted wheel. Like those things can spin out. They can go flip. They can head over heels if you're not controlling it right when those wheels go out. Either way though, looking at the map here, there's a couple of teams that are near the center, but this is usually the point where we have a couple of people sending at least one of their teammates off to a center compound, and no one's really done that yet. Like Lush and Hades, they dropped, I believe, at this compound, if I'm not mistaken, and they're just chilling here. And they're the most centralized team. No one else has even teased a center crash yet.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no teams really too close unless you're talking about Roth and then Lush and Hades.
Yeah, Jake and Owen Bear are kind of close as well, but that's really it.
Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of teams on. I mean, Waikus and Bikers are close to Glorigine and Patron TV, but I mean, we have no one. Generally, we saw teams much closer taking fights early on, but I feel like day 2 of the 6 games is definitely going to have a more what's the name? Like what I'm looking for, established spawns.
Oh yeah, established meta for a lot of the stuff that happened right now. Yeah, well, a lot of people did end up moving in at the exact same time, right around now. The Garbage Boy is able to get themselves a nice compound. West Side, near the quarry, kind of establishing itself right now. We'll see who ends up getting those compounds. But who is this in the field right now in the orange? It's Farm Stream Boys. I wonder where they're going to be off to.
Yeah, and you see Love and Chubbawubba spotted them out, taking some shots.
This is so far the deepest crash into the zone that we've seen. There's a couple of places they could stop here. Though this forest, the shed are kind of suboptimal. It looks like they're going to be heading up somewhere further west, which is a little less centralized and a lot easier to defend.
And as we say that, it looks like Origin GG has also started to rotate in just east of Chubbawubba.
Ooh, and they're all heading toward the same occupied compound. What if this is a scout? Okay, no. Lobes is going to be pulling off here. Yeah, Shot's big and ring out. Hades, after he realizes he ain't getting any free kills, is going to at least try and make Lobes remember it. But yeah, Orion letting LK do all the scouting for them. Are they pulling up in this little forest here?
And look at near the across the bridge. LN, Dieth, and Natalia and here's past each other. Going one way and the other going the other. Just drove right past.
This is a really awkward spot. Like, I feel like a lot of people are kind of expecting people to be further in, but then everyone's kind of finding everyone pretty far out from the zone center, and they're taking a lot of shots as a result. Zoro kind of figured out the hard way right now.
Yeah, as Natalia puts in some shots on him. And just north of what we see that, southwest of Pachinki, we have Jake and Owen Bear taking shots at Lobes and Chubbawubba. And I thought that Tsusak was going to come in from behind, but it looks like he has changed his mind about where he wants to go.
All right, at this point, we pretty much have all of our teams that decide to crash center or play something with a reasonable early position. At this point, we have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, like about 6 or 7 teams, 9 if you include the melee teams as well, that are still on pretty far deep into the edge. And that's, we'll be seeing how they end up playing as the game progresses, without having a compound to call home in phases 1 or 2.
Yeah, by all means, we see, what was it, Farm Stream. They have spotted out Burke and Xavier in their compound. Getting some shots off, but Burke was able to lay down, get cover.
Yeah, they got all the time in the world. They're not too worried here. As long as they don't get knocked in the open, they're going to be fine to get back into cover.
Going to try to get some shots, shooting his own cover, actually. And as that happens in the background, we see that Glory Jean is knocked and killed Jason. On the other side, the bomb squad is now under fire by Martin. M1, who is flushed down the bomb. And Tetris decided to get back in his buggy and take off. Martin going to land just a little bit, but at that distance, if you're spraying, I don't know how much damage you're really going to do.
Yeah, gotta try at the very least. Citra able to get back into his wizard tower, chill out for a little bit. Phase 1 with about a minute left in this particular shrink. Still a couple of engagements kind of teasing themselves here. Looking at Crop there on the far east.
Yeah, I
but for the
was
most
just
part,
going
looks
to
like
say
everyone's found
there
their home.
that if you look at Crop, Glory Gene, you get Patron here. They're outside of the ring, so they gotta do something because you don't want to have an extended fight here, right?
Yeah, well, mostly. Okay, like, because these teams have both decided that, all right, they're just going to play edge. So getting in 1v1 fights like this, especially if they end up with a kill, that isn't the worst thing in the world. If anything, I'm surprised that it's Crop that's doing this. As Jason, I feel like I haven't seen Jason, like, at all this game, or today. His teammate's going to be dead, and Crop's going to find his own way into zone now.
Oh, as we say that, it looks like Mardones and Innate been crashed.
Did Nate die again? Mardones is on his own again.
They've been crashed by Lethug and T-Plants. They have taken them out.
Ooh, phase 2 with a relative hard shift to the east. A lot of the guys that decide to go for compounds here in phase 1 gonna have to decide how strong and how effective their spots are going to be. For a lot of people, that answer is going to be not very. They'll have to find some way to rotate into this new zone. And right now, I think the most centralized team in the yellow is going to be
Moss and Oldness, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, look at the bridge. Look at how many people. Oh, man, this is just going to not end well, I think, for Astronauta. And then any other team that tries to cross right here is more teams are going to have to rotate in here.
He has a bike, and he doesn't have a teammate to worry about, so in a lot of ways that can actually help you a little bit. The Lighthouse team isn't going to put a single shot into him until it's way too late to hit any of those. These close range shots, he's using an SLR. Those aren't going to hit either. Astronaut getting a little bit lucky, but he's going to get by scot-free and maybe can even find a shed in center zone. I see a nice spot for home right there on the left. And yeah, this shed, he's going to be sitting in here for a little bit while.
No team was able to get to him. That was impressive. Now on the east side of it, we see that 303 Esports now, as they look to rotate in, I believe the last team out from the blue, they had run into Glory Gene and Patron as they move up on that ridge. Now, gosh, moving back toward the west, it is just a madhouse there. You see Lush, Hades trying to take out every player as they rotate past. You have Tazinator and Dark Dreams in the woods just south of them, also doing the same.
Pasta's in trouble, somehow making it into the shed at half HP with that long of a run. Ryan's Magnum's not too effective there, kind of doing the same thing that you said Hades and Lush are doing, helping them take shots at all these rotating players as they are forced across this open field.
Yeah. Although it looks like a lot of people have passed relatively unscathed here, which is quite surprising, considering how many teams are in that small area.
Ooh,
It's
really
Crop still alive. Uh-oh. We have Oldest and Tomas trying to take out Burke and Xavier. Not able to get it. It's surprising how many teams are not able to land any kills on the teams that drive past in their vehicles.
A little bit more focus fire would help a little bit. We see, at least in this particular example here for Oldest and Tuomas, that both of those cars are on fire. More focus fire, taking out one car, both players for the same guy, would have taken them down. Now they got some angry neighbors.
By all means, absolutely angry neighbors. And everyone's so close together, but no real actual fights besides one compound crash. We still have Hades and not Lush taking shots at anybody trying to cross the farm area.
Not sure how much longer they're able to do that. Their play, a lot of the time, is a kind of transition into the area that Orion is holding. That spot being taken, of course, by Orion is going to make their foot play very difficult. Though, that being said, a hard shift in any direction is going to kind of dash those dreams anyway. We'll be seeing with this phase 2 shrink tanks. That's in 15 seconds.
Oh no, and it's Crop gets D-rich as he sneaks into the zone.
What a good solo player. Him and Mardones are definitely setting up as some very, very effective and strong solo players.
Batty decides to rotate down and not try to pursue its Crop, realizing that it's best to not pursue that, to disengage, heal up, and try to then just get as many points, get as high position as possible.
Phase 3 is going to pop. No surprises here, really. Going to be kind of centering in, maybe favoring the West a little bit here. So no melee game for us, luckily. It was technically still possible.
Let's look at the North here. We have mixed results having cadets rotating passes. They're late to get into this.
Surprising position here for mixed results here. They're not even taking shots here. They're usually good at controlling space that is in the zone. I feel like it's not too common we see them outside the zone this deep. I'm a little bit worried with their ability to effectively play the edge and their particular angle, their particular entry into the zone. If they were just to go straight in, there's more than a few teams that'll be ready for their arrival.
Oh no, and we have Batty Low who's rotating in as a solo player. What's going to happen here? Is anyone going to spot him out? He's getting shot at.
Wheels out.
Oh,
but I think he's gone far enough. Oh my goodness, actually making it. He saves the car from spinning out and gets over the hill.
Oh no, where is he going to go though? Is he going to go for the shed?
Wait, where'd that shed player go? Where is he? Why would he leave? Is he dead?
No, I don't. No, he moved up. Astronauta moved up to this shed just.
That's a mistake.
I mean, I did that initially. I think
the bike's blocking the door. Wow, I'm not sure that was intentional or not, but that's something else.
Yeah, and he's got a vehicle. He's got a vehicle now.
Oh my god,
that's hysterical.
He's lucky he's not getting shot at right now. This is he's just gonna. Oh, he's smoking to try and. He wants the bike. I think he doesn't want to like do anything bad.
So it was that cadets eliminates the team and they move it in, and its crop now has a boat as he looks to push in. This is happening on the far west side. We have Alex Penn, Twitter taking Farm Stream.
Oh yeah, Farm Stream getting kept out of the zone right now. That is not a good place to be. Natty though, from French Frogs in a potential position to take Alex Penn when they're unaware of their surroundings here. A little bit worried about this in multiple avenues. But Maddie's alone here from French Frogs.
Was he aware? Did he catch any glimpses of them though?
He has to have.
See now, playing. Alex Penn's Twitter feed is in a bad position here as they have Farm Stream on their backside and French Frogs on the front.
Yeah. I think Pax actually has an idea that Maddie's to his front as well. Oh, he sees his little head wiggling up and down there, and oh man, Roth. The Penn boys are in a lot of trouble right now. There's pinch between different teams who are still trying to get that perfect ambush off.
Yeah, they're splitting up. Is that what they're doing?
This is so awkward. Everyone's playing like 4D chess over here, and I'm just being like, this is here? PUBG. Like everyone's spreading out so much. Roth going all the way around to the north. HVZ not shooting him. Like no one's fired a shot yet. This is so weird.
Someone's got to have seen somebody. There's just too many people in this area.
Now Ross wrapped all the way to the north side, and he's like waiting for Maddie who's to flank, but he's not gonna flank, and Maddie's waiting for a gatekeep. I think he saw Ross finally though. That's gonna send him running, and those first few shots are well, it's not gonna really do much besides send Roth running. Everyone's still just kind of creeping in.
We got HVS over here. He's trying to creep in and trying to pinch. Oh, did he hear? He must have heard. He must have.
Pax rushing to help his down teammate, spotting out two players in the open, but hitting the side. Penn's Twitter feed going down.
Yeah, that was rough considering how that played out. And there's so many teams here that took forever. I feel like we saw so many kills happening in the feed before anybody got a glimpse of each other down here. And as I say that, cadets have come in to fill in for that team that just got taken out.
And they're filling in a very good spot. They're not going to get hit in the butt, and they're in a great spot to get a surprise ambush off here. A nice third party going on. If one of these two teams decides to leave their little hidey holes and actually go for a push here.
Are they aware? And how many teams they think is back here?
There's a couple. Cadets beginning to take some fire, though. They're going to get forced into this one way or another.
Oh, yeah. We see Shimboy getting dangerously close.
Oh man.
Slightly off.
Here we go. Frags into the hole. Maddie taking one. Oh, Snaker's downing the other. A great ambush.
Wow.
Although the trade from the third party from the farm stream will take one down. Definitely still in this. Shinboy putting some good suppression fire into HVZ, while Lowboy wrapping around the far south side, trying to get an angle before his teammate goes down.
Oh, is he going to get that nade?
I think he will.
Yep. That's going to be a good nade. We don't even really have to watch it.
Now, 1v1. Shinboy versus Lowboy. Shinboy just playing quiet, playing cover, playing for audio. Definitely what you want to do in this scenario. You're gonna hear Lowboy before he realizes, well, that he knows that he's been like spotted. Before he knows that he's been heard.
Yeah, Lowboy. Really, really close here. You see that Hayes taking out Chubba Bubba in the background.
Oh, he's starting to move out too.
He's hurt. Oh, not quite. He's not. Oh, able to finish him off. Cadet's going out early.
Even on that ambush, Lowboy almost got taken down. So definitely good that he played it that way. If he takes a slightly worse fight, he goes down there. But while this is going on, more people going for crashes inside center zone. Look at that. Lobes crashing Jake's compound.
Oh, yeah. Jake takes him out. Not quite able to get in there. Oh, and if we look on the east side, we have quite a few teams here.
That is a rainbow and a half right there.
That is a rainbow and a half. Oh, Lord Jean able to get the knock and the kill him.
Still another solo up there in the form of 2 almost. It looks like they weren't able to really control their ground too well back to the road compound. Now forced on foot here with no cars. Not a place going to be as a solo at all. The Dirty Yellows to their south, very much occupied. And with the hard shift off to the southwest, he's either got to cross an open field up to his west or push through most of the server to his south. This is
this is going to be this is going to be just a madhouse as what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams have to rotate in that you can just see on the mini map alone here at this point. It is. Oh, and as I say that, let's go back to Jake because it looks like Jake is getting pushed up on.
Gets one knock early. Nice stuff there. Taz getting pushing. He's got the Vector in hand. No extended mag here. Bringing Jake down very low there. Only 3 bullets left. Reload that weapon, sir. He'll be trying to use the shots he got to leverage the res instead of going for a push. Still trying to chuck some cheeky grenades here through the open doors up top. But might be able to get this res. Jake on the left side. A frag could end it all.
Oh, close, but not quite.
I don't think they actually had a line of sight through the bushes.
Got the res off. He's going to be moving around. Got Dark Dreams up.
The longer they take, the more risk of a third party. There's still boys in the gas station to the south, as well as people in the hill to their northwest.
Dark Dream's going to push around and follow up behind. They're going to rotate around the opposite side. Jake's still holding court inside. Oh, he's throwing a smoke through the window.
Okay. If there's a lot of chaos and smoke in play, then being outnumbering him will help a little bit. But the third party from the south, yeah, if they make a play, it's gotta be decisive. They're not gonna be able to do this cheeky stuff, peeking these doors. They gotta do something. It's gotta be soon. The longer they take, the more risky this gets.
Yeah, his team's gonna look to close in. This is getting very dangerous. This area is quite contentious. And so see that we have Lush just on top. One of the teams. He's gonna get that inside the smoke. He is. Gin and Tonic out. I'm sorry, Gin and Tonic. Is done. There, Lush is taking shots at Posa and Blitz is still in that shack. With just Batty Low survived just on the other side.
I can't believe he made that run. That's real impressive.
Yeah.
Still has 2 boys in a shed to deal with, as well as the rest of the boys in the game. Oh, I think he got spot out here to the south side. It's just a matter of time before he goes out, I believe. I don't know how much longer you're going to be hold this off.
Uh-oh. Oh, Tez there gets taken out by Jake with the bank shot of a grenade.
He still has nades left. Wow.
Now, is Jake going to be... Is he going to push this? He has...
Frag or smoke to bait. Oh, Dark Dreams actually does not flinch. What a guy.
As cool as the other side of the pillow. What?
As on the left.
I feel like this interaction has gone on forever.
It really has, but Jake's done a good job to hang on for as long as he has. Taz, trying to go get Tiger on the shelves.
Oh, and he gets a... Oh, Jake is down to very low.
Finally.
And he take
Thank
him out.
Goodness.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I could have taken much more at that fight.
I feel like I grew a beard like in the time that took to finish. What's been going on, though, the phases have continued on, and that spot was definitely worth fighting over, even if it was a little bit slow. So that spot that Orion has claimed, as well as the gas station to the south, being held by Opresores, I believe. I'm not quite sure. Apologies if I got that name wrong. Those two spots, which are being held by one duo each, those are the spots to be in right now. Everyone else is, well, they have a lot of open terrain between them and a spot in the zone.
Yeah, so if we look at Relance, he is spotted. Glorgini's already taken out Patron TV. Now they're looking to hold that spot as they're both on the side of this cliff here. I mean, it's great.
They've actually skirted this cliff all the way from the east side. I'm incredibly impressed. They're actually like knowledgeable enough about this particular cliff side. They've been able to make their way all the way into a very reasonable spot. Like, this is potentially gonna give them a spot going into the end game here.
Oh, but if we do look at the other side, Lowboy's about to drop the hammer on Zoro, as he was not aware that anyone was behind him. Clearly, Lowboy having rotated all the way across the other street from where they were initially to continue his team's run through this game after the position they were in is kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's a really good spot there. Really good plays as well. Glad that he was able to make it in. South side is going to be all his for now. Meanwhile, the north side, Shed Boys, that duo was taken down by Thought We Were Skydiving. So not Lush and Hades getting their 5th kill of the game, as they're trying to leverage their high ground advantage as hard as they can, because soon it's not going to be there. It's going to be working against them, even as they're going to be forced down the hill toward both Orion and Natalia and co, who are both holding those strong center zone positions. There you go. Phase 7 gonna be popping here. Who gets the good ground? Who has to run? Ooh, okay. Not Lush and Hades. Don't have to move too far. But both of those two strong points still in play, as well as the coastline from Relance and Yunkosh. With another game crash.
Oh, it takes another shot through the window. I'm sorry, I had to cough.
Oh, okay, no problem, no problem.
And I was trying not to do it on stream. Oh. Whew.
Take care of yourself, man. Get some water. Get some water.
Yeah. So as we saw Hades take some shots through the window, hit Dark Dreams. He had to heal up there in the warehouse. And the question is, what? Sock is gonna. Oh, did he get spotted out? He got spotted out. Sock did, and he is taking shots from Lush.
Trying to smoke his way in. I think he's trying to leverage this little ridge line that's directly to his east. Might be able to actually find a little bit of cover with there. Lobo, in the meantime, getting taken down off on the south side of the zone. Great shots there, but Story Corey beginning to make his move up. Might actually be able to find something playable here.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, and he's gonna. Oh, did he get spotted?
He's fine. He's fine. I think that unless Natalia exactly shoots him, which they're not looking this way, not really. And the sightlines aren't good at all. I think that the Story of Corey might be okay.
No, I think they're looking at Relance and his teammate Yokunch. Oh, and now Tsusak is spotted, and it looks like Dark Dreams down to 1 HP. 1 HP. How many times is this man gonna survive this game? This guy.
Resting that head wound up.
Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna have Lush and Hades pushing in here. Oh, and
Ryan now on the defense.
Definitely
took him a long time with the 1v2. They can all hold off a 2v2. No more Vector in hand. No more of that beautiful CQB weapon. However, Thought We Were Skydiving also with 0 frag grenades, I believe, unless my UI is glitching. So not going to be the same battle that we saw before. But also, if you're skydiving, you don't exactly have to push this.
No.
But you definitely don't want to be forced to. However, with Phase 8 still in play, Phase 9 not going to be in this warehouse for a fact. If I'm Lush and Hades, I might just not push, wait.
And look who's getting in the zone over here by himself, still staying alive. By all means.
Ooh. He's very close to the center as well, in a very odd angle. The Story of Corey, T-Sock, that's pretty good.
Absolutely. And Pressers in the gas station now, as Relance and Yunkosh are going to have to push into them.
They might be the first ones to go down here. They definitely have to move the earliest and have the most eyes on them. If they have enough smokes, they could make some kind of a play here. Relance beginning to put his out there. Young Gush also has a decent approach in with the shed to his front left, off to his west. So this is actually relatively reasonable. That shed is in play. I think that's their objective right now.
By all means, and you still see, looks like Orion GG, and I thought we were skydiving, are going to play it safe. Now, is Glory Gene going to make it into the oh no, he's been spotted out.
Uh-oh, he's
Takes
already
a
at
shot.
half HP.
Yeah. It looks like he might go down. Now the question is, will Orion try to peek out as they're shooting? Dark Dreams could come around from the backside.
I feel like if you're a Ryan, you kind of just hold off at this point. There's a lot of other teams that are in worse spots than you. Every second that you hang on is another potential placement point. Like right now, Glory Gene in the open, and a lot of trouble taking a lot of fire.
Dark
But what's that?
Dreams isn't ready, and he barely makes away with his life. He's lucky that happened, and then ends up getting it saved to heal again. Glory Gene going down.
All right, here we go.
Dark Dreams had his chance.
Phase 9, Corey, dead center, does not have to move at all, just has to hold everyone else off. North side, fight happening between TSD and Orion. Southeast is going to be Yunkosh, the boys on Progride Ruim versus the Oppressors.
Yep,
Two-way fights happening.
Yeah, this is going to be, we got...
All right, where is it being pushed?
Oh, Orion takes out... Wow.
Thought we were skydiving, going down. Great hold right there.
Oh,
Dark
no,
Dreams is going down early.
Into the grenade as it happens. Oppressor Nathalia is hurt, has to heal up.
They got that one knock into Relance. So Yunkosh all on his own, but they're getting hit from the back now by Corey here, making a play as a solo on top of the van. Might be a little bit too aggro, though. I think he might actually... Is that even a spot? No, there is a Lysol spot behind the wall. I don't know if he can get out of there easily. Has to climb the wall.
Oh, he does. He moves on the other side.
He's being so active for a solo, though.
Tazender's there. Did they get the res over here? They did get the res.
Oh my god, I didn't even spot that. And the res over here is a two-man. One player going over the wall here. Spotting Corey. Youngkosh just lose that as well.
They both die. Going opposite ways here. Now Tazenator just on the backside. Stuck. Now it is Oppressor's game to lose, I believe. Now
it's really hard to say. Like it's gonna be up to where the zone goes exactly.
He exposed himself unnecessarily.
Oh, is that resable? Oh, well, it would have been if Nick Azera went for it, but no, Natalia just kind of putting his body in a good spot for the loot, while Oppressors kind of continue their way around. Meanwhile, Corey making his play to a spot that he knows is clear, where he just got a kill. Okay, so this zone is exactly on the north side of this garage. Everyone's kind of putting themselves in spots where they feel is the best to take it. I do think that the story of Corey has the best spot here if he knows how to get on top of these boxes, but I don't think he's playing like he does. And no, Taz takes him down first. 1v1, but there's a wall between these two players. Taz doesn't know how to get it from these boxes, I don't think.
No, I coulda.
Oh, okay. This is doable. You can go from this to the box. Okay, he makes it. Nicky Zera, he doesn't.
No!
He does know the angle. Takes him down for the win.
Oppressors break out the win, even though down to one player. That was impressive angle. Tazenator, though, almost had him.
I think at this point that angle is so well known that it's like just being there in a 1v1 spot. It's like, all right, everyone and their mother would want to use this cheeky angle. So you're just gonna check that first. You're gonna listen for where all of that clanging and that vaulting sounds are coming from.
Especially if you know that your teammate just got killed by a guy who was on the other side, right? Because he tried to climb up on the bus. And then that guy got killed. You saw on the kill feed, so that you know that he had to be the last person had to be close to that area.
Definitely had to be nearby. Great angle to peek there immediately by the Oppressors, though.
Yeah, by all means. Now we're just waiting for the leaderboard so that we can check up afterwards to see how things are going. We see Hades and Lush have 7 kills that game combined. Going out 5th, though. And what place did... what was Cadets? Went out.
They went on the west side relatively early, but with a bit of a bang.
21st, yeah, 21st.
Yeah,
They had
21st
5
with
kills.
5 kills though. That's better than par.
Yeah, you know, I always say winning these kind of tournaments is it's the games with 3 points or less that really hurt you. If you can get 4 points or more on your bad games, you're gonna be fine.
A lot of teams have like their kind of different, not really rules, but yeah, like those kinds of like, okay, we want at least this many points per game, or we want this kind of average, and yeah, 5 points definitely where you want to be, definitely above par. To elaborate where the scoreboards were going into this game, Cadets had a 24-point lead for first. Beyond there, Alex Penn's Twitter feed in second, Sia in March in third, VHC Lovers in fourth. Kind of goes on from there. So those are a couple of teams to be definitely keeping your eyes on. But another story here is that first place 58 points, second with 34, third with 33, and then another little jump to 27. Once you start looking at like 27, that fourth place position all the way down to 13th, it's like a 1 point gap, like maybe occasionally a 2 point gap between all those teams. So a good chunk of cash here with only a few points separating all of them.
Yeah, so what you're saying is that for the most part, all positions there are anyone's game. Granted,
Besides first,
right.
yeah.
Besides first, it seems like maybe that's you've got a what second place that Alex Penn Twitter feed. Maybe they could pull it out if they have a really solid game for the last
I'm not
6.
sure if they even got a point in the second half of this event.
That
I
could,
think that they might have gotten all their points in the first like 1 or 2 games, maybe the first 3.
yeah, that could be true.
Definitely have to keep it. I'll check that later.
Yeah, so I think I mean, looking at the overall thing today, we saw what cadets win 2 games, but also play strongly across the board. Right? It
They were
is
almost always winning their fights. Even when they lost fights, it was like, oh my god, that was so close. And these guys, I'm pretty sure they're top fragging as well. Both players having one Snakers with 15, Shinboy with 16. And meanwhile, as we look down, we're seeing some other guys like Lobes with 12, Trouble with 9, Alex wants to defeat Roth with 12, Paxman with 4. Um, but yeah, definitely pretty top heavy on the kills for sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, especially after these finals today, because when you play with a new group of teams, what's then going to end up happening is you have to then reestablish, like what drops off where somebody goes, like as we saw, happen throughout these 6 games, right? I think that in the latter 6 games to end the finals, we'll definitely see more of that. But I think we'll see more of the if you have a teammate that gets killed early, play cool, and then just work your way in. As we saw, quite a few solos today were able to finish in the top spots because they just opted not to pull the trigger at a few people they saw.
There's going to be 2 big things that are going to be different between today and the next day of games. The first thing is that, like you were saying before, the meta is going to be slightly more established. That like people won't know exactly where everyone goes. It's a 30-team lobby. That's a ton of information to keep track of, and a lot of people don't always keep track of where all the squads go. In some of those events, it's just important to keep track of your basic surroundings, and that's gonna be the big thing they do. The second thing that's going to happen is that people are going to know how they have to play in order to actually succeed and get the placement that they're looking for, which obviously for most people is first, but is at the end of the day just maximizing what you have to do to get where you want to be. So to get in the money, you have to get in the top 16. So for a lot of people, you're looking at getting as deep past the top 16 as you can. So there's gonna be a lot of teams that are looking at the scoreboard and figure out, okay, this is how many points we need to get up here. They're gonna be playing probably more, I don't want to say aggressively, but maybe a riskier play style based on what is required of them.
That makes a lot. I mean, obviously that makes a lot of sense. Oh, and I believe the scores have been
Yes,
updated.
they are. Oof.
So we have cadets first place, 63 total points.
They're stealing. They're stealing all Alex Penn's Twitter feed points, man. I think that they didn't get a single point after game 3. I don't know if that's 100% correct, but it definitely feels that way. I'm not sure if Erangel went their way at all. Then beyond there, Sia in March. Not too surprising to see
From
them in
second
third.
to 13th, there's only 10 points that separate second place and
Yeah.
13th. And then even past that, so down to 15th, it's only 11 points for for what?
Someone's gonna step the cadets, man.
13 teams. Yeah, somebody. I mean, and not only that, but that was 5,000, that 3,000. That is anyone game still at this point because of. I mean, what, like almost 13 teams could take those spots still.
Yeah, I mean, even looking at the first games, like the Penn team, they got second place based off of 3 games out of 6. They have 6 more games going on the next day of games. So who knows what will happen in those games if a new team's going to take charge? Like I know, for example, Mardones and Innate's team. We commented a lot how Mardones was alone. Innate's mouse broke before the event, so I don't know what he's playing with right now, but that's the reason why he wasn't doing so hot today. Because I switched to
if we find out that like he had to like use a laptop, but he's using the touchpad, I'm gonna lose my
oh
mind.
my god! At that point, just play an Xbox controller and just at least you can drive with an Xbox controller.
At least you can drive. Yeah, exactly. Oh, all right. So I think with that being said and done, wrap it up with today's games, and I can't wait to watch the games going forward, especially with the the Cadets having such a lead, but to see what the rest of the field does in response, because it is anyone's game at this point.
Definitely a hell of a play field that's been established here in Game 1.
By all means, and everyone, thanks for coming out. Thanks for putting up with the stream, as this was kind of last minute today. I know that I appreciate it, I know that Ben appreciates it, and we thank you all for hanging out.
Yep, I had a great time casting. I hope you guys have a good time watching the finals as well. Name is Ben, obviously, but the handle is Lil Fuzzy Seal, joined by Can't or Won't. I think I speak for us both when I said that we had a great time casting. Hope to see you guys around.